Hello. Hello and welcome to session 5, which would be chapter 6 of this game. So, chapter 5, last time, boom. What happened? You stormed the Roaring Snake Tavern and hoping to disrupt the slave trade, hoping to figure out who was behind all of the Redbeards in the area. You managed to find and kill Jarl Axel, who was in the Roaring Snake waiting for you, so someone must have tipped him off. You also defeated the right-hand mage, although he teleported away. You know that he is still alive, and have been talking last time about maybe contacting him. In any case, upon defeating him, there were red flares that went up all over the city, signaling the start of the uprising of the Redbeards, which resulted in explosives going off all through the Neverwinter River and towards the chasm, which actually reversed the course of the river from the ocean back into the city and allowed the debris to be swept away into the chasm, allowing the warships to then enter the city. The warships came in and completely started leveling the city. Thousands of cannonballs every hour were just rained on everything indiscriminately, except for the main castle and one tomb in the graveyard, which you were able to see, but teleported away to the Redbeard's hideout on the volcano island to try to investigate that further. You successfully found the secret entrance to their lair. You found the secret entrance inside of the secret entrance to their lair. And it was filled with the women and children of the pirate clan, and explored Jarl Axel's house, successfully avoided the explosive glyphs in the chandelier, however, destroying the docks as you teleported them to the docks.
Oh, did we actually? Oh, I never got to see the result of that explosion. I teleported away.
You did destroy the docks,
Okay.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Who needs boats? In any case, in Jarl Axel's room, you acquired any +2 armor or weapons that you need, generic +2s. And so you searched for the red shard in there. You didn't find it anywhere in there or in the city when you were poking around. But you went to the top of the volcano and saw it in the middle of a 60-foot wide, 30-foot deep cylinder, which is covered on the bottom with bubbling, bursting, churning lava. In the middle of it, the red shard and bolts of energy keeping the lava at bay. The volcano much looking like it wants to erupt, looking like it has wanted to erupt for the last 50 years maybe, but something is keeping it back, which looks to be the red shard. You are currently standing on the lip of this volcano, deciding what to do.
I have a question. Redbeards, 1 or 2 words?
Redbeards. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure it's one word.
Okay,
One
good.
word, but it might be 2.
I'm counting my 25 words for my sending. Did we have a short rest between leaving the underground town and getting to the top of the volcano?
Do you think you did?
Just we took a nap, didn't we?
No, I mean, if we rested an hour, we can actually walk while resting, right?
Yeah, you can do non-strenuous activity,
So,
like climbing a mountain.
really? Can we? Is it like a harsh mountain to climb?
No, it's not that harsh of a mountain to climb.
So we can say we had a short rest then.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, so our plan, correct me if I'm wrong, is to send a short message, which would say to the Redbeard wizard, who potentially is the
New leader now.
the Captain Redbeard, and tell him, red shard in hand, volcano eruption imminent, all Redbeards must leave Neverwinter immediately. Any funny business and your families will die. I can add actually
That's
this talk.
harsh.
So any Redbeards and ships, including Red Pearl, must leave Neverwinter. If I have enough words, I would say, and return to island immediately. I will count the words after it. Okay, and then the idea is that we tell the people of the town to pack their things and then go to the docks, which we must have seen on our way up to the volcano. Like, is it
The docks
the harbor? Yeah.
that you destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you saw it.
my question is,
You
will
saw nothing.
will ships be still able to dock and bring in people despite the damage?
No, they're pretty destroyed. But like you can dock like the ships that you're thinking of would not be docked that close to shore. Like
Yeah, they would
don't-
have smaller ships. To,
Yeah, they dock farther out and then they send in rowboats. So the rowboats can still come up to what is remaining of the village and take people.
Okay.
Or they
Uh,
can swim.
Or
So-
they can swim if they really need to.
Yeah. So that's so then we wait for the ships to come, and then when we see that they have a standing chance to survive, we grab the red shard and teleport back to Neverwinter, and then we go shopping.
And then we go to the graveyard.
Yeah, there's a
Yes,
few things
yes.
we want to do in there. Is one of those is looking for components.
Go
and things
shopping
like
when
that.
the
Go shopping.
the town just got attacked. I was sure some business might still be open.
Shopping, looting, whatever it
Plundering.
turns out to be.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that sounds like a good plan. We should have our exit strategy in place.
Yes, for sure.
So we need to get the shard. It's hot.
Mhm.
That means.
it's alright.
So I mean, technically, I have this armor with fire resistance currently.
Resistance.
Not on me right now, but it gives fire resistance.
Do you need to attune?
I'm attuned to it. Actually, I don't know if I need to attune. Probably not. I'll double check.
Also.
No, it's not an attuning thing. It's just a magical item. Yeah. But yeah, so we need a way to grab the shard, and we need to teleport. We got a bunch of things we could use here. I mean, we have. So, do we know that if we go close enough to grab it, it's gonna burn us for
Yes.
sure? Okay. And we
Can
also
I-
know that. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I use my new spells already, or do we need to take a long rest?
You. The leveling up process is the things that happen like around your character that we're not explicitly saying. So while you're doing short rests and whatever, maybe you're looking at scraps that you found in Joralaxol's house, etc., learning this type of material. To solidify that into your spell book and in order to scribe it and gain those spells, you will need to take a long rest to activate the new abilities.
Makes sense.
So I don't have fire immunity yet.
Right. I mean, we can use something like my.
Mage hand?
Do I have mage hand?
I don't
do
know.
actually. I do have mage hand, but it's 30 feet range.
We could dangle you down from a rope 20 feet.
I can also levitate with the white shards, so which is up and down, right? Not left and right, up and down, which is exactly what we need until it goes boom. I mean, you have fly. There's a bunch of stuff we can do. We also have teleportation stuff, right? We have. I can use dimension door.
We have a teleportation circle, we have dimension door.
We could put a bunch of dimension doors into the ring because it's two people.
How far is dimension door?
500 feet, so it should be totally fine, right?
It's pretty far.
Yeah.
Which would mean basically in the water, right?
Well, up to. It could be from the docks to the.
But being on the island wouldn't save us, right?
No, but what I mean is we can do that for our quickest escape, and then we teleport.
Yeah. Okay. How far is the shard away from where we are standing?
So it's a 60-foot diameter circle, and so it's 30 feet away and 30 feet down.
Okay. So that's just out of reach of mage hand, basically.
Just out of reach.
But like-
Pythagoras, and then you can know how
But like
Which is
flying 30
square
feet
root of
above it
30
would not burn you.
So if you get within 10 feet of the lava, you take 10d6 damage plus 10d6 per round.
10 feet of the lava.
Yes.
But further
if you're
it doesn't...
not within 10 feet of the lava, you do not take any damage.
Okay, so you could basically fly close to it.
So it's 42
26.
feet far away.
Yes.
If you have to like a 50 feet spell, you can grab it. But I don't know if you.
We could fly to it, grab it with mage hand.
You can fly 12 foot and then took mage hand for 30 foot.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but I mean, it's just like magic suggestion, right?
You want to do that?
Question is, if you're flying above the lava and remove the shard with mage hand, like how fast does it shoot up? Is it like...
Is it instant? This is something that looking down we will be able to tell because we can see is the lava really like
Yeah.
stuck on that force field?
It's wanting to get through.
How big is the pressure?
You can't.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
hard to
tell
say. Yeah, because
pressure
it's
with
just
your
lava,
eyes.
right?
Yeah,
It's,
we could calculate with the. No.
you can like dip your finger.
It's hard.
Yeah. No, I mean there's no way to tell. But the thing is, something like Dimension Door is quite fast to cast, right? It's not a reaction, but we can just grab and cast, or
Yeah.
one of us can grab while I'm casting.
You're the only one that can grab it, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why? Because of the fire
Because you're the only one
resistance?
that has mage hand, right?
Yeah, okay. So I was thinking more. So the part I missed was 30 feet. Would that still protect us from the heat damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're only damaged if you get closer than 10 feet.
Okay, got it.
So
Yeah, so that means that we would need to really make this super fast. We would put the Dimension Door into the ring.
casting time is an action.
It's an action, yeah.
Then
Meaning
you
that
need the ring, right?
no, you would do it
I would fly down to.
because you have attuned to it. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I fly that low without burning?
no, you don't have to. That's the thing. It's like we need to. So I need to be 30 feet above the shard,
uh-huh.
so I can get it. But when I get it, somebody needs to get me out of there because I will be busy getting my hand back.
What about the helmet? Well, the hat. We made a hat out of it, right?
Right.
The
Jalaxel's
teleportation?
hat.
Yeah.
Teleportation hat, yeah.
The what do you call this? A fedora?
Oh god, no, it's not a fedora. It's more like a sombrero than a fedora.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the fedora for me, but.
Pretty wide brimmed.
It's,
How does it have a charge left?
it has one charge left.
It could teleport us all.
Yeah.
So okay, basically, like, do we need to hold hands?
No, I don't think so.
No.
We just.
But we could, just for flavor.
Yeah, sure.
And then we basically all,
Everybody jump into the pit together.
we hold hands in like a circle and fly above the lava. That looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you grab the shard with your mage hand, and then we teleport away.
That's cool.
Who's got the helm of teleportation? I do, actually. Okay.
How fast does your mage hand move?
It's 30 feet.
Does it teleport away with us?
Well, I would. That's the thing is, I would have to bring it back to me.
I cannot decide that the shard teleports with us as soon as your mage hand has it.
They probably didn't think about these kind of situations in the book, to be quite honest.
The mage hand can move up to 30 feet around? Or
That's
20?
the.
That's what I was asking.
So
something
Mage
like
Hand
that.
has. Wait. Yeah, it's up to 30 feet. It vanishes otherwise. So that's basically saying that if you teleport, it will vanish. No, I think basically it's in a round, it can move 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Don't we have like a lasso?
No, but the thing is, it's the same thing as bringing the hand back to me, right? So I could, if you're counting this as a round or a turn, the turn's action sequence is grab the shard,
Pull.
move your 30 feet to me. Now I have it. And then it's somebody has a readied action, which is teleport as soon as the shard is in my hand or in my bag.
That's how they all died.
It's gonna be fun.
Could we haste the hand
I don't know.
I think you would have to haste me.
Yes, but it would probably not make your hand faster.
Why not? No?
Probably not.
Okay.
If you haste him, do your summons also have haste?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But a good point, if I have haste, then I can cast the teleportation in the same round. Because
you have 2 actions.
well, actually no, because casting the mage hand can be done a round before. So I can still cast teleportation when the hand is back to me.
Ah, it's a bonus action to move it.
I know, you use your action to control the hand. So I do need 2 actions then to be able to bring the hand back, to grab and bring it back, then teleport. Yeah.
Okay, so that gets complicated fast.
Yeah.
Teleport, you mean the helmet the head teleport, or
Yeah,
okay, that's an action too.
because then we can all teleport.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay, cool. So the plan is you are hasted, and we are all flying 30 feet above the lava.
Yeah. Why not?
How do we
If we go down, we all go down.
how do we fly?
You have the spell.
I cannot haste and fly at the same time.
Uh-huh.
I can like fly.
So many constraints.
I like-
It's a macro.
What is the right way we can combine?
Okay, only you need to be 30 feet close to the lava.
I mean, I can levitate as well. So he could carry you.
You could carry me.
I could carry you.
I haste you and concentrate.
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is all happening when we're starting to see ships coming our way. So
Well, have you sent any messages?
Not yet.
not yet, no. And the first thing I want to do is become Jarlaxle and go talk to the families and tell them to pack their shit.
Okay.
Well, you can already send a message because they are not.
I
gonna
just
be...
prefer to because I don't know how they're gonna react once I send the message. They could just teleport here and start fighting us, but something like this, I don't want to take any chances.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I send a message, we should be ready to do this.
Whatever
what we
we
just
planned.
discussed. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I.
So are we waiting for you?
Either way. Either way.
So it'll take a while to get back down, maybe another 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you, alone, go into the.
We're still in telepathic bond.
We can be.
I
Do you
assume
need
would
it?
be.
Yeah.
It lasts an hour or something, right?
Yeah, we need a new one then. Yeah.
So by the time that you get back up, you will no longer be in telepathic communication.
It takes an hour to go.
Half an hour to get down.
Okay. I could also use Dimension Door, but I'll walk for now.
Do some
Um,
sport.
Yeah, so you get to the entrance, you go through, you find the secret staircase, you open it, you go inside, and you notice that it's dark, and you climb up the same hill as before, seeing the
It's darker than before, you mean?
darker than before.
I tell the guys it's darker. Something's different.
There's the slight torch light and lights that were still in the city, but it looks like the torches on the ground have been taken, and you can't see any movement or anyone moving around in the city.
Okay, and I have dark vision. I don't see anyone.
It's not that dark. It's that the movable lights have been taken. The permanent enchantments of the stars on the ceiling and the ever burning torches on the high walls, not easily reachable, are still there.
So how did they get away? And why did they get away? Did they take a ship that we didn't notice?
We would have seen that.
Do you wish to investigate further?
Not alone.
Question is if they went further into the mountain or if they left to the outside and we didn't notice.
And also we didn't. I thought we weren't spotted, but I mean, there was a big explosion outside. Did we hear the explosion when we were inside? I felt like we were too far to hear it, but
You were less than 500 feet away, but not really.
we didn't hear anything. Yeah.
If you were listening very hard, you might have heard something, but it wasn't earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah. My feeling is that
It was a dog shadow.
they know somehow. That's my feeling. So now they're on alert, and we can't do what I was planning to do anymore. But we can do the rest if we want. But should we investigate further? Do you guys want to join me here?
Maybe you can take a quick look around, whether you can see any traces of where they might have gone.
I'm just worried they're waiting for me with
Pitchforks.
pitchforks.
A
Exactly,
group,
that's
a
what I
group
was
of
looking for.
children and women.
Hey, don't underestimate children and women.
You're level 11 now. You can do that on your own.
Action economy, man.
Yeah.
I just take a look around from the top of the mountain if I see anything on the ocean where they could have gone.
No, looks like a beautiful day.
We could also.
There could be ships on a beautiful day, right?
There could be.
Do you have a
ships on
way to
beautiful day,
locate
but there's no
people?
Huh.
No.
Oh, okay. Just objects.
Oh, I could try to locate one of the torches. If it's possible.
ships. I remember this torch fondly.
It says... Is it familiar?
You've seen it once.
Yeah, I mean, it's not any kind of check that I need to pass. So, as long as I've seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once.
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
that sounds like it works for me.
Okay, so I'll check. I do locate object on one of the missing torches. And
We're so creative.
so creative.
Uh-huh.
So it tells me if it's within 1,000 feet of me,
Mm-hmm.
it tells me the direction to the object's location. And if it's in motion, I also know the direction of the motion.
Okay, it is around 700 feet below you,
Okay.
spiraling downward
Okay.
in a very slow manner.
Okay. So I
It
would.
looks like steps to me.
So I tell you, they are down inside of the mountain and going down in a spiral. Seems like some kind of staircase towards a hideout, cavern system, whatever. I don't know, but they are.
Another one.
But they need to have an access point somewhere. Question is what we do.
Seems like they're safe now. We could just grab the shard.
Yeah, could grab the shard, which will not save Neverwinter though.
We could still do the message that I was planning to do.
Ah,
Hold on. Save Neverwinter?
yeah. What does save mean? I
It's
mean,
already wrecked,
Did
but
you long rest in Neverwinter during the bombardment?
No, short rested.
did we do a long rest?
No.
I
short
think we
rest.
took a nap.
I don't
Because
remember.
It's been
Because
Definitely short rest.
you wanted
it's been
to
hours.
take your long rest because of the spells.
Oh yeah. No, it was basically I just wanted to go back there to go shopping or looting or whatever.
No, I mean
Oh,
when you
before.
Before maybe.
Yeah, we slept in a.
No, it was
Bring
definitely a
up the
short.
video.
It was definitely a short rest because we wanted to attune to our new toys, and we just needed a short
Toys.
rest. For it. I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay.
Short, but I could be wrong.
In
So-
any case, it's been hours
Yeah,
of
it's been-
a heavy artillery bombardment.
So we just bust.
Yeah, let's
No.
just take the shard,
Okay.
but still send the message.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe they'll be out of Neverwinter.
they
when
just
we return.
answer.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
we'll-
safe. They're in the other hideout, and you're like, okay.
And then we
take
are
the
like,
shot.
oh, we know about the hideout. We blocked the entrance to it.
And then
I'm out of words for that. It's like-
that's a lot of short rest you've got to take for a real conversation. Wait, I'll answer when I have a new
Okay.
short rest.
Okay, let's just take the shards
Okay.
and go back to maybe not to the center of Neverwinter, but
Is the teleportation circle?
close to
Just
it.
right in the middle.
No, I mean the hat doesn't need to go to a circle.
True.
Yeah.
The
We'll pick a
helmet
location that
hat.
we're familiar with. That's
Hat met.
okay. So I head back to these guys,
Uh-huh.
and
Let's do this.
okay. So preparations. What's the order of things? The hasting is going to be last, right? We need to get into position up
Yeah.
there.
So we fly above the
So
lava.
first you bring me until I levitate myself in position.
Okay.
And then you
We're
carry
kind
me?
of like, yeah, like doing kind of circles like a prey bird.
I
Even
switched
I'm
my
a
armor, by
parrot.
the way, to the resistant one.
He's doing that in the air.
No, that's definitely not.
Shoulder pads. No,
It
okay.
takes a while to suit up, yeah.
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 Take a short rest.
So
I don't know.
okay.
Okay. Now, are you levitating now? Can I let you go? Oh, the white shard doesn't work anymore. Ah!
Yeah. So I'm levitating now.
Okay, go pick up the other one. No, I have a really nice way to carry people, so don't worry.
Okay. And
Circling above the other one.
so now we're in position 30 feet above.
Okay.
I will send my message. Do you want to hear it?
I do want to hear it.
This is exact 25 words.
The people want to hear it.
Red shard in hand, volcano eruption imminent. All Redbeards, ships, and Red Pearl must leave Neverwinter and return to island immediately. Comply, or your families will die. No will.
Shouldn't we have sent that like earlier? Because now you send it and then they see the volcano go off.
No, we wait for a reply, if there's one.
And who are you sending this to?
To the Redbeard wizard that escaped from our fight.
Mm-hmm.
So we wait for a reply, but we're still levitating above the
Yes.
volcano.
I mean, the
Okay.
reply comes either right now or it doesn't come at all. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll reply in an hour, right? It's
But if he says okay, he thinks that we are not gonna detonate the volcano,
correct.
but we still do it.
Yeah,
So
but
he's like, let's stay in Neverwinter because
let's just wait and see what he
Okay.
answers. If he answers.
So he answers.
Hmm.
I don't care.
In 25 words or less.
You can note them if you want. He does the same thing.
You fools, you can't. The world will turn to ice. Leave the shard. Come to Neverwinter. Opportunities await your loyalty.
I have to wait a
Not
short.
convinced.
I have to do a short rest if I want to send another message.
What is
Let's-
opportunity? How
let's-
many gold pieces?
Let's hope my silence stresses him enough that he says, "Okay, we're going."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Seems like
He's bluffing.
yeah. I
Yes.
guess we should just take it.
And we already saw the ice version of Neverwinter. You know what I mean? Like in the other dimension, this is like an ice peak, and so we think that it's not that bad.
I mean, it doesn't mean that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but,
not exactly, but yeah,
But are people really alive in alternate dimensions?
I don't know. But did we do this all for the red shard, or did we do it for more opportunities?
For the red shard. Because
Right. Let's
we
take
can't
the
go
red
home
shard.
Because we can't go home otherwise. Okay.
So
Goodbye, 25 word.
Okay.
Message.
So do we do it now?
yeah, I mean,
What the heck? Why not? If the people were still in the village, I would have hesitated more.
Yeah.
of course, you say that now that they're not in the village.
So.
Okay, so mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna haste me.
So I take out like a shaving of licorice and cast my spell. Suddenly you feel like your heart pumping and everything becomes slower around you, and you feel so fast.
Okay, guys, let's go.
What
So-
did he say?
The hand lowers slowly to my standards.
Boss is like,
It's like it goes there, and it grabs it puts its hand around the red shard. I look at you guys. Ready?
yes.
Like faster. Caffeinated. So we all hold hands, maybe. Okay, and then I'm gonna start as fast as I can. Grab the red shard, bring it back to me as soon as possible. Ready to do zimp on my hat to. This is how you activate.
Very good. So you grab the red shard and start pulling it towards you, and as it breaks the surface, the lava starts moving after it.
It's gonna be a close one.
It's moving at just about exactly 15 feet per round.
Oh, that's good.
The lava?
Yeah.
So it's slower than the hand. Okay, good.
So your hand moves 30 feet back to you. The lava has approached to 15 feet below you.
Yeah, so I just normally in one round it would do 30, so it would.
Yeah.
And I will have the. I don't want to touch it. It might be super hot.
It might just burn all your belongings.
I don't know. I prepared some.
Ah.
I don't know, like very heavy cloth or something, and then
Oven mitts.
leather and stuff like this, and then put it in the bag, and then as soon as it's in,
Who has the white shard?
I do.
Where is the white shard?
It's in my pocket.
But not the bag.
Not the bag.
No.
he has a big pocket just in his
I don't know how you
pants.
activate it, but I feel like you have to handle it to activate it. Or
You have to press a button.
okay, so that so I press the button, so it's in my pocket. Yeah, for sure.
There's
Especially
a button
because
on
if
the
it
shard.
deactivates, I need to go back at it. Okay, so in the bag of holding, and then
And where do you go?
we go to Neverwinter.
Where?
We have a map. Where do you go?
I would say where we took our rest, but
Because the beds were good, so we can take a new one.
let me throw the pen and see where it lands.
Lands in the trash can. Oh, you went to Florida.
But
So
would we know of a safe place that we know of?
The graveyard with the red shard. Hello, friends.
Well, there was that place where you took your medium rest.
Yeah, that's the one I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think that's the first thing I would think of that I would have thought of for a while.
Medium rest.
Which
Still,
place
still
is
up for debate.
Where we
whether it's
rested.
Yeah.
It was basically a abandoned tavern we found or a shop or something.
Oh,
and,
that
we,
one.
It was a cellar.
and we went into a basement. Yeah,
Mm.
With beds.
no, because we didn't sleep
No.
there.
I wanted to.
There was probably a little hay nest, and you just
Oh.
roosted there.
Great.
Yeah, so that's where we're gonna go. And I don't think I need to roll something for this, but I'll check. Teleport. Oh, I do need to roll, but it's
It's if we land precisely where we wanted to. or
basically
not.
it's a place that I'm familiar with. So
Isn't it like if you roll more than 54, you land exactly where you wanted to, and if you roll less,
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's just depending on how familiar I'm with the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
It's but it says associated object. What does that mean?
If you took a rock from the cellar.
Okay, I definitely didn't do that. So very familiar place then. Okay, so we need to do 25 or more to be on target. Okay? Guys? That's a 53, so we're good.
Hooray!
Zoop.
So you appear in the basement of a rundown tavern. The basement seems not to be collapsed, which is great. Some light filters gently through some cracks in the ceiling from the rubble above. You cannot hear cannon fire anymore. Instead, from time to time, You hear some people walking by, maybe some small fights breaking out as you try to orient yourself to your new location.
So we're still in the cellar, so we can't really see outside, right?
No.
I could do ghost vision to get a sense of who's walking by.
Mm-hmm. We can also disguise ourselves as like people like crawling out of the rubble that survived. I don't know.
Let me do ghost vision and see those people passing by.
You are at, I think, the green mark on that map. True or false?
Here?
That's
No
the
idea.
yellow
This
mark.
one.
This
Yeah, I
one?
think we were there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
either that or that was Jarlaxle's hideout. I don't know.
Yes, quite possibly.
The,
think it was
either
red.
the green or the red.
Ah, yeah, you're right. We came closer here.
Yeah.
So at you're at red. You use your ghost vision to look up through the rubble of the ceiling. It passes through the stone and woodwork that is collapsed around you, and you see some dogs running around just wild, having lost their associated owners. From time to time, there are people walking by. Some of them you recognize as Redbeards with their swords out. But much more often, you see just people trying to find their way to someone or something that they can get more familiar, more comfortable around.
Okay. One thing I'm paying particular attention to is if I see Redbeards, how they're dressed, how different they look from each other. Just I want to be able to take an appearance like that, basically, if need be.
They come in a variety of forms, both race and of their dress. There's people in shiny half plate that you've seen before, down to people in tattered rags. The commonality between them is their red beards. As for weaponry, they hold maces, flails, glaives, longswords, everything, mostly martial.
Does it look like they're more like patrolling, or they're actually hunting people down, or?
The ones that walk by look mostly lost,
Really?
or that they're looking for someone, but they're looking kind of around, but not marching towards somewhere with purpose.
Okay. I just related those things to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna switch my armor now to the half plate +2. And we should make a plan of action now. I guess it's not gonna be easy to search. I mean, what is it that you want to find, by the way?
It's either we have several options for shopping. So we could get just a standard off-the-shelf crystal ball, or a silver mirror. I don't really care as long as it's one of them.
What was this for again?
To spy on people.
Ah,
So you can
okay.
look in the magic mirror or magic crystal ball and see what they are seeing.
Right. Okay. It would be quite useful if we could get something like that.
So we could disguise and go shopping.
Were you able to identify objects?
Yes.
Do you want to take the red shard and do that?
Sure. Do you want to wait 11 minutes?
Why not? That's how long it will take me to switch armors anyway.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
That's a good question. The raid was in the
Early morning.
morning.
Yeah.
So by now it's at least early afternoon.
Okay.
If not later.
So evening soon, basically. Do we still have the map of the? I must have it somewhere. How many handouts?
The map of?
Hmm?
The map of?
Of the one we saw, Never Winter from Above and the Volcano Island.
Yeah.
Because I want to know exactly where we need to go for our exit strategy. So I don't have it. I guess you have it. Oh no, it's there. That's on my first page. Okay. What I want to know is where the edges of the how do we call this? The shards?
The shards.
Yeah.
So when you came in, you had the volcano in front of you and the Neverwinter on your right. And the opaque is going around this side. It was on your left as you came in from the white shard.
So at sea.
Yeah.
Okay. And ahead of us then would be the north would be where the next shard is, northeast.
Clockwise.
I'm very confused at the shape of this thing actually. So it's
They're triangles. They're all triangles.
triangles. So we're in the triangles like this kind of.
Yes.
This is the opaque. This
Yeah.
is the air. So
Yeah.
it would be around here.
Yeah.
So on land.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So that's where we need to head at some point. Just
Mhm.
keep in mind.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you find out?
So, yeah, that's an interesting chart. Could maybe be useful. So you can basically push the button. I will not do it in this cellar, but it will create like a small bonfire to keep us warm, or to set something ablaze if we wanted to. But it's not really powerful, so it's more like to roast marshmallows or whatever.
Okay. Who wants to? Do you have a way to know if there's any kind of interaction between these? I have a hunch like this.
How come?
what would happen if they got close to each other? I wonder.
I don't know.
Is there a way for us to find out through his spell?
His spell of identify
Mm.
or detect magic.
It was I have both at my disposal.
Yeah. So normally it's just you attune to it or get a sense of it over a course of minutes or hours, and then you just kind of know from the runes on it, etc., what it does.
Mm.
And you know from the orb that they should be part of the same orb. They
Yeah.
shouldn't be separated. It's probably not going to cause an explosion if you put them together.
Maybe they like snap together.
They probably will.
Okay, so they would attract each other, but that's about it, right? Then basically you have one object that can do two magical things.
No guarantees.
But it's probably more useful to have them
Separate.
because then like I have the white shard, but
Uh-huh.
somebody else would have a use for the red shard.
Yeah. So we should keep them in different pockets. Do you want to have it back?
No, I'm good.
Do you want to have it?
I'm good.
Really?
You don't want to be able to cast
Fire.
Oh,
bonfires?
yeah, I want to do that. Give me that.
As long as you don't try it out in this room.
And then he casts it to his ring. He's like, what for?
Oh, by the way, your
I
ring.
put it in my ring. I could put bonfires, in every
Yeah.
spell slot. So I have two objects to create bonfire now.
And one of them does it at will. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Right hand and left hand.
I should need to
going
add
in.
that
It's like a flamethrower.
so you need to pay attention while you
Push the button.
yeah, also while you keep up the bonfire, so you cannot probably do several at the same time.
it requires concentration, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm really concentrated.
But speaking of the ring,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go shopping, maybe we should
I
disguise.
can locate object.
Maybe we should disguise ourselves. And if you wanted to,
I mean, we know you want to go shopping. That's for sure.
do you want to go as well?
I don't think I have anything to buy, but I can come with you. It's like, oh, that
you
looks
should
nice
locate
on you.
object actually.
Yes, we can do that. Do you want to disguise yourself?
I can. Wait, don't you have?
How are you doing spell-wise in terms of?
I did an arcane recovery,
Mhm.
so I should have enough slots left for the rest of the day. Maybe not getting into huge fights, but It should get us through a normal day.
We could also just spend the night here tonight. Take a long rest now. Level up. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
But we don't have to, I'm just saying. But yeah, if we want to go shopping, it makes sense that you disguise the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have like the glamour studded leather, so it can give me like other appearance of.
Oh yeah.
I can't disguise myself, but I can have like other appearances,
Like what?
like rich. I just clothes, so
the
like
clothes look different.
rich Aracro nobleman or really poor beggar. Or
They won't
stuff
give
like
you a
that.
red beard though.
No, I can look like doing nothing at all.
Do you want to disguise yourself magically?
I'm good. I thought about flying over town to see if the Redbeards are still there or not. If they have left, I could see the boats, the ships leaving, or
Yeah, maybe wait for nighttime for that because you're quite visible in the sky.
yeah, but I don't know if they're like, oh, it's a bird, let's shoot it down.
You're very big for a bird.
Oh, it's a big bird, let's take it as a
The one
prey.
who
Big
tried to come to the
bird.
graveyard not long ago.
Yeah, but I went to the graveyard, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there are a lot of Aracocras flying in the sky.
How many have you seen so far?
I didn't count, but not many.
A long rest is how many hours?
8,
8.
as far as I know.
Okay.
It's a good night of sleep.
Yeah.
It's the elves that just need 4. Huh? Yeah.
So do you want to go shopping today or tomorrow?
Whenever you want.
No, because I'm thinking. No, let's do it tonight. I'm just wondering with this whole red shard out of the volcano thing. Just in case the guy wasn't bluffing.
Oh yeah, if we kind of need to hurry suddenly. Okay, let's do that. Before we leave, do you want to have any spells? There are some really cool ones.
But you have to cast them each time, you know that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but we could do some low-level stuff for now. For
I can cast a few things
for
too
today.
into this thing.
So,
Does
if-
that work with cantrips?
I think it does.
No, it does not, because it has 5 slots, so you could store infinite cantrips.
No, but I mean it would take a slot, kind of.
Ah, you mean
You can only use
That's
it
a good
once.
question. Can we do that?
Minimum level 1.
Okay.
So we can do cantrips, but they take up 1 slot.
No, we can't. Minimum.
Yes, no, so you can, but the
But it
minimum
takes a slot.
level is 1.
Okay.
Expander. Okay.
So what do you want to have? So I could offer you stuff like this guy's self, or shield. You can use it as a reaction to increase your AC by 5.
No, that is. Oh, you're unarmored? You have armor.
No, but I already.
This only works if you don't have armor, no?
No,
Okay.
it's just a +5 on AC.
Oh, really?
It doesn't have any requirements.
That's pretty cool.
Even if I already have a shield.
Yes, it does not count as it does not count as a shield, as like a shield for wielding. It's just a +5 on your AC.
That's really cool. I didn't know about that.
So you could use it as a reaction, and it lasts until your next round.
Mm-hmm.
So then you would have basically an almost invincible AC. Or I could give you the fly spell.
Yeah.
What for?
Oh yeah, I really want this one.
No, it
I
means you
already
can-
have a defensive duelist feat that when I can use add 4 to my AC
Ah.
so it would
As a
be
reaction.
like a +9.
But you
I would
cannot
have
take
like
2 reactions at the same.
28 AC. Ah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's not that useful because I
Okay.
can take 2 reactions.
So what would you like to have? More like illusion, like this guy's self, or more like attack? Or
I think this guy's self would be useful because we kind of always get in situation where we disguise ourselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So once this, yeah,
Would you like Dimension Door?
yeah, that would be useful too.
Or I have
So
Far Step as well.
you guys don't have to like cast it. So
We
you
do,
cast
we do.
it. Yeah, but So
So we don't have to do it at the moment.
So we can do like 3-dimension doors in a row. You know, like
so you don't
there
have
are
to keep
3
going
walls.
into the bag of
We don't
holding.
care. We have 3 dimensions doors.
The casting time, the time it takes to cast it for you is the same as written on the spell. It's not instantaneous. I looked it up.
Oh.
But I mean, most spells are just 1 action casting time.
Okay.
So I'll definitely give you 1 disguise self now into the ring.
Yeah.
So I touched the ring and cast disguise self
Oh my
into
god.
it. So it has 4 more levels left at the moment.
Dimension door is a level
Now it
4,
glows
actually.
a little bit.
Didn't think about that.
Do you keep track of what's stored on your ring?
Yeah, I'll try. You can put it on the ring, right? Oh, I have this one. Oh, that would
No,
be
you-
great.
So disguise self takes an action to cast, only works for you, and lasts for an hour.
You can customize your spells as your equipment, so I could just write the spells I have on it.
Mhm.
So disguise self.
Yeah, that's 1 slot.
Yeah.
I just realized I have nothing under level 3.
So I would keep my. No, I mean I have enough slots. I could give you 1 more if you wanted to.
It's alright.
But we can fill it up before we go for our long rest.
Yeah. Are we not going now for a long rest?
Shopping,
No, we're
no?
gonna go shopping now.
Oh,
So we're actually gonna disguise selves.
So yeah,
should I use it now?
how you like.
I mean, you can
I'm,
always.
I'm alright.
Okay.
Cause can I fly around if I'm disguised?
Yeah. Well, it depends what your disguise does.
If I'm disguised as a human or as a dwarf?
As an arc.
Like
Then you can't fly.
the flying
Yeah, we'll
dwarf.
look like a flying dwarf, basically. Yeah.
I think some people might get advantage to their saves on that.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to disguise.
I'm gonna turn
Flying
into a
dwarf.
Redbeard.
Oh, what's
Uh,
this?
me
Oh,
too.
this is just a flying dwarf.
I wonder if, because the thing
No, we
with
just got
Redbeards is
attacked by
that
redbeards. That might
any civilian will run
totally
away
normal.
from us. If we're a civilian, will Redbeards attack us or not?
So
That's what
how
I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
Maybe they
does
don't care
the
about people.
the
I have a feeling they
volcano
don't care about the people. They're here for the
We can't see it from
magic
the
stuff
side.
wherever
Okay.
in the.
Yeah,
doesn't the atmosphere heat up a little bit?
but I guess
It might be.
yeah.
Ah, it's
Shall we do
getting
Redbeards?
warmer.
Yeah.
No, because if we go into a shop and we want the people to help us if there isn't.
Yeah, but do you think that shops are gonna be open like normal because
No,
they
but
got
if we encounter civilians,
Yeah.
they will help us rather than run away if we're regular civilians as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Question if we get in trouble if we run around as civilians.
As Redbeards, they would run away or something like this. I'm just not sure. I could not. Did I see at any point, like when I was looking up, Redbeards and civilians at the same time?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm just not sure whether they attack on sight or not. I feel like they wouldn't care about the civilians.
I don't
Maybe we
know.
just look like inconspicuous civilians. Is that a right word? Did I say? Just very normal looking civilians.
Yeah, yeah.
Average Joes.
Yeah.
I'll just walk like 10 meters behind you guys. And disguise as a poor Arakocra beggar.
Excellent. And then I will just look like a regular civilian commoner.
Like yeah,
Like a human. Normal human being.
Puny human.
torn clothing, full of like mud and blood.
No, not that.
A nice
Not that bad.
I guess so, yeah. We're in a war zone. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then we go out.
How do you go out?
Is it
You
completely?
have a collapsed building on top of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it doesn't have an exit.
Dimension
I mean,
door.
you had an exit.
Who wants to go in the bag?
Okay.
So I probably spotted maybe an alley or something where I can dimension.
Yeah.
I mean, we walked here before, so.
Before? Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
So I would know of an alley that's fairly. Basically a narrow alley nearby that doesn't have a lot of traffic.
Okay, not one that you just saw with your ghost vision,
Mhm.
but one that you know of.
If I've seen one now, that works as well. But if I haven't, then I would just do it.
From what you're seeing with the ghost vision, there's just rubble everywhere. There's no real streets
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
Can it just appear from underground like
I think he has a spell that does that. You made a hole in a wall. Surely you can make a hole in the ceiling.
It's not prepared.
Oh no.
What an
Let's
excuse.
take a long rest.
Okay, then yeah, we'll just yeah, but I'm thinking whatever I remember is probably not like that anymore, and then maybe there's a
Mhm.
building collapse on the way, so I'll do it more according to what I've seen with my ghost vision,
Okay.
and we'll make sure we don't hear any people passing by at that time. And
Perceptions?
you guys, can you do it too, or you give me advantage?
Yeah, I can help you.
Yeah, I'll help you too if you can.
No, let's just all do it.
Separately?
Okay.
Three
Yeah,
rolls
just-
instead of two.
Two or three?
That's 3 rolls instead of 2 if you do it. Him with advantage versus each of you.
What was it? Perception?
Yeah,
Okay.
12.
better than me.
10.
He's the best.
Oh my god.
I got
Okay.
6.
Alright. So you don't think you hear anyone?
You're sure?
Yes, I'm,
Okay.
I'm absolutely certain.
You're like, yeah.
Okay, in the bag.
If it's wrong, you never get out again.
And I do dimension door.
There we go.
To
To something I've seen that's hopefully not in the middle of the big street
so
Yeah.
the most secluded area
that I saw.
inside of the rubble that you saw.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pop out onto the surface,
Actually, if I saw a house, for example, that was still standing,
which you didn't.
I didn't. Okay.
Too
Uh,
bad.
Company.
and there is there's rubble all around you. It's very much destroyed, and as you look farther in every direction. What? Schaff de Tür? An der Tür. Es gibt meine Schlüssel und Idee.
Oh, super.
And
Rubble everywhere.
right, so in rubble everywhere in every direction as you start to look further and further and do a quick sweep of the city, you see that there aren't really any landmarks that are standing.
So it's
Um,
really completely.
It's been flattened by hours of artillery fire with thousands of cannonballs being shot in every direction. It is,
No shopping.
it is flattened.
No. Rubble shopping.
And what catches your eye next as you scan towards the ocean is a volcano that is erupting violently.
How did that happen?
Oh,
Diversion.
they did fireworks.
It's very far away, and you can barely see it, but it looks like the lava is streaming to approximately the same height of the volcano above it, and just covering everything in that area.
Genocide.
They'll be
Uh,
fine.
Yeah.
Does it look like any ships are heading that way at all, or?
You don't see any ships
At all.
around.
Okay.
Not even anchored in the port?
No, you do not see any ships. The city is fairly flat. It does roll a bit, and at the high points you do see the main castle still standing. And there is a small wall, the graveyard wall behind you that is blocking your vision into the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't many people around. Those that are far enough away to yell at, but not really talk to. But they don't seem interested in coming to talk to you.
Okay. So the only buildings that are still standing is the castle, basically, and maybe stuff around it.
And maybe stuff in the graveyard.
Graveyard.
In the?
Maybe stuff in the graveyard, but currently your vision is blocked by the wall, the graveyard wall.
Just go to the graveyard.
Do you want to locate your object first?
Yeah, question is, if we go to the graveyard, we cannot really find them, right? So
There were a lot of people, you said, right? 15 or
Yeah.
so.
They might have left.
shall we shop first? Or try to?
You
shop
can say plunder
first?
if you want.
I mean, that's all there's
We
left
know
to
what
do
you-
here.
Okay, let's try finding something to shop for. If there's nothing, we can drop the issue for now.
Stop saying shopping, it's insulting.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there's a shop. No, it's just 2 stones. Yeah, but there's a crystal ball just right next to it.
So yes, I'll. Okay,
What's the distance?
1,000 feet.
Because I don't think we're gonna find anything in any usable condition.
You know, the part of town that we should look for arcane utensils for, right? Because you come from here.
No, you come from here.
I don't come from here.
I come from here.
Ah.
In an alternate reality.
Yes.
Sorry. So I would know
Yeah.
the part of town.
Shopping is over there.
So which part of town would contain arcane utensils?
Would it be the Dock and Trade District, the Chasm District, which is pretty much the slums, the Forest District, which is basically the suburbs, or the what do they call it? The High District?
Yeah,
Let's go for the slums like Black Market and
I guess it's either the Dock District because there's lots of shops, maybe, or it's the Castle District
I would
because it
say-
contains the expensive shops.
Castle District, more chances of the stuff being less rummaged as well.
But Castle District is on this side and we're on this side and there are no bridges anymore, so kind of stuck on the like I think that's the dock, the district, right? And that's the
Yeah.
castle, and that's the suburb, and that's the yeah. So we're kind of I mean we can teleport to the other side,
Yes.
or
Or-
we
or
can
fly.
get out of town. Oh yeah, we can fly.
Oh, we could fly.
Just forgetting I could fly.
We could yeah, we can fly across the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do
Yeah.
that?
Many ways to get away.
If you want, I mean, if you really need your small ball, I will go for it. I feel you're very excited to get it, so
Let's do it. Okay, we just
So we walk to the river and then fly just a short distance, or we fly all the way?
no, just a short distance. We don't want to attract attention.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So everywhere in the city is difficult terrain, and you pick your way over the various sticks and wood plank broken off and everything, and you just walk around and over it. You encounter some people along the way who are in various states of distress. Some people trying to dig other people out of houses, and you make your way to the river.
Okay, cool. So we just need to get across.
Yeah, so I would just levitate and then you can just pull me or push me, whichever you prefer.
you know, yeah.
While he's on your back, or you want to cast it.
Oh, you could carry me.
Yeah, so I'll go once I push him and once I carry him.
Very good.
You can carry him and just
Oh yeah, with my head, you know, like
So you make your way across the river.
totally
and into
normal. See 3 people are flying the river.
into
What
the-
are you doing? Searching a crystal ball. Oh, okay.
So you make your way into the high district. Where are you looking to go?
So I just converted it. 300 meters radius. That might cover
300.
quite a large area.
yeah.
So I would basically, as soon as we are there, so we're really close to the castle now, right? So the castle is still standing,
Yep.
and everything else is rubble.
Pretty much.
And does it look like there's lots of red beards in or around the castle? Is there
Don't
like
see any.
no guards posted?
Mhm.
So I think we could walk around the castle such that we are kind of in the center of the quarter, and I'll cast Locate Object and concentrate. And I really, really wish for a crystal ball. Do I feel anything?
Is it a crystal ball or what?
Or so it's either a crystal ball or a silver mirror. I thought maybe a ball would survive rather than
I agree. I
than a
agree.
fragile mirror.
Yeah.
You almost look like a kid on Christmas, you know.
And it's
Please, Santa.
yeah. So for a specific one that matches your requirements, right?
So the locate object is just a single nearest one, or
Ding ding.
bleep on the radar.
So, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. Yeah, so it's the nearest one.
Okay, so you sense the nearest one is in the second sub-basement of the castle.
Ha! Great.
Let's loot the castle. Oh.
So there's a crystal ball in the second sub-basement of the castle.
That's the nearest one.
Yes.
Let's go. That'll take us for
Okay.
Redbeards because we're looting around there. Now it's shopping. Oh, okay. Go for it.
Would I know in where the teleportation circle of the castle is located? I would know. Is
Uh,
it?
You would, and it's not in the castle. It is near to the center of town, near the barracks,
Okay,
where they've constructed the larger greeting hall.
I see.
Makes sense.
So that, okay, yeah.
So they don't keep getting people coming
Yeah.
in.
So that will not get us into the castle. Okay.
But
So we
that's
need
fine.
to find a different way.
So let's just get close to the castle.
Yeah.
How tall are the walls?
Of the castle. You want to scale the walls?
No, I'm just curious.
Okay. They're around 50 foot at the base, and then it goes inward with parapets. And if you had been up there, which I guess you are, he can describe to you that there's some nice gardens and a little pool and lots of greenery on that level. Then it goes up again in kind of a tiered style.
It's like Disney Castle.
It's pretty much Disney Castle. The top being around 150 to 200 feet high.
And there is princess in a
In the tower at the top.
in a tower at the top.
So is the entrance open?
So you walk around to the front gate of the castle.
Yeah, discreetly, because if it's guarded, we would
Yeah.
not
Discreetly
just show
kicking
up.
over the rubber. And there's nobody posted. The gate has been broken down, and the drawbridge is lowered, and the inner portcullis is smashed through.
It's written welcome. Like
Welcome,
banner.
adventurers.
With like a balloon. Okay, yeah.
Like when we got into the fight, you
Mhm.
know.
So, so we don't see anyone.
On the outside, no.
Like, somewhere,
There's
like,
no
guarding.
guards posted. There's no people patrolling.
Also, like, not in the upper floors, in the windows, somewhere.
So you take a while, or you take a minute to sort of examine, looking at the windows and stuff, and you're able to see some movement behind them. You're not able to really figure out who it was, but it looks like it could be filled with people.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, we need to make a discreet entrance for sure.
I mean, it doesn't look like anyone's paying attention to.
Well, maybe, but
That's the moment you got a arrow in your back. You know.
What could possibly go?
Go.
yeah. So let's do a discreet approach.
Okay.
I will now
Dun,
turn
dun,
into a
dun.
red beard.
You will turn into a red bear.
So, I mean, we can follow you then.
yeah. You can just hood yourself up and. as
Should
long
I
as-
kind of fly over it and see if there's something to see from above?
If you'd like. As long
Yeah,
as
I'll
Be
do
careful.
Okay.
To see if there is any guard posted and if I can try to identify them.
So you fly up above the castle, and with your vantage point through the hedges on the outside of the sort of greened off terrace, you see that the middle has been cleared out, and many people wounded are laying there, being treated by various clerics and other physicians. It's sort of a makeshift hospital. There seems to be people fetching water from the pond to give to people, and there's some activity going in and out of the main castle through that tier. As you go up further, you see that there are sort of makeshift tents and people starting to camp on the outside terraces of the higher levels.
So I come down and I'll tell you, try to not go in as a Redbeard, but more as a civilian, because maybe they might sense this as an attack if you come in as a Redbeard.
So they're actually not.
I don't think they're Redbeards,
You
right?
didn't see any red
I don't. I think it's more like civilian trying to
Aha,
rescue
okay.
themselves and stuff like that.
Okay, good to know.
That would have been fun.
Oh! And he took 15 arrow.
Did I mention I switched back to the other armor?
Okay, so we walk in.
Let's still be discreet though.
Yeah, we can. And I would know the interior, kind of, a little bit, I
If
guess.
it's the same as back home, yeah.
So, yeah, if it's the same.
Just a different architect, so
Everything is
I'm
mirrored.
sorry.
No, it's not.
We have to go left.
We have to go, no, right, wait. So I would know if there is like, what's the quickest way to get to wherever we want to go, right?
You remember the way to the headmaster's quarters of the mages?
You already had
Academy.
shopped there last time.
That's in the second basement?
Yes.
Okay, that's where the
We
of course.
can't attune to any more magic items.
So I say, so we'll find the crystal ball in the headquarters of the H. So we just need to go through these and these and these corners and down this staircase and then left or right or whatever.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you left or right or whatever is exactly.
Yeah. That's how you get there.
So you enter the castle, and there are some guards posted on the inside. You sort of have to walk in and then around a wall and then through another door. And they see you, they hail you, and ask if you need some supplies, if you're hungry, or if you're able to find housing not in the castle, because they're quite full and are hoping to just take the wounded and those in need.
We just want to lend a hand. Is there anything we can help with? We're just stumbling through all this like you guys.
They ask if you have any type of healing arts, or are willing to fetch clean bandages, if you can find them in the city, or are able to make them. They're desperate for clerics.
We're no clerics, unfortunately.
I brought some potions. I just like swing them in front of them. Like, oh,
All
let me.
25?
No, I just show them like.
Oh, I dropped one and broke it. It's alright.
I can bring that to the wounded. I
We-
kind of feel bad because I feel like I'm not gonna bring it to the wounded. But what's their reaction when I do that?
So you bring out one healing potion?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that'd be a great help. You seem like you're very much an adventurer. Do you think you could find some more in the city?
Well,
Look in my backpack.
Each one is most likely a life saved.
well, we can try,
Wow.
but it doesn't. We've gone through a bit through the town. It doesn't look like there's anything salvageable in the city. But we could, if we find any, we'll definitely bring them. But we are also looking for some acquaintances of ours, and we're hoping that we'd find them here.
Feel free to have a look around.
Okay.
Oh,
And
I thought they were so insisting I had to cut down.
do I have any potions with you?
What? I just want to go through, okay?
Let me check if I have any healing potions.
You have a lot, no?
No, he has a lot.
I have a lot. But at my level, I don't know if it's still gonna be like really, really
Actually, I
useful.
don't have any. Oh, probably because he's got them all.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I guess I just ran out of money.
Okay, so we can continue further in.
Yeah, they wake you up.
And they just let us. They don't follow us or anything. Okay. And I asked, like, what happened to the queen, by the way?
She's been killed, as were most of the royal family. The one in charge is Princess Jasmine.
Princess Jasmine.
Is she hot?
Doing some bad jokes. I think you have to leave now. Oh, why?
Yay.
Do you know what they were after? It seems like they went to the. Okay, I should probably ask the princess. Hold that thought.
I need a private chat with Princess Jasmine.
All right, thank you. And,
Mm.
so you gave them a potion.
No, I'm gonna give the other ones a potion.
Hmm?
I mean the healers and the clerics, because I feel like they are not gonna directly.
Ah,
They're more like guards, you know.
Yeah,
and
sure.
the other ones are gonna.
Okay. All right. So let's head to your basement.
Yeah.
First.
So we need to go.
So you walk through the main entryway, picking your way around those lying on the floor and congregating around. You make your way towards the back right staircase, which leads down to the sub basements. And before you get there, a deep male voice calls out to you, "You newcomers, come here."
Him?
Who does? So he's downstairs.
No, someone
Upstairs?
from the main entry hall
Ah,
calls out to you from across the crowd.
how does he look like?
So when you turn, you see he looks very much like a paladin.
Oh. Goddamn paladin.
Don't judge. Don't
Uh,
judge. Maybe he's very nice.
Yeah.
He might be. But we have shopping. No.
Yeah, I guess we answer like. Oh yes.
Hello.
Me.
So he walks over to you and says, sorry to bother you, but you look like the type that well, you could do some damage around here, so we just have to be
We
sure.
are still.
But I'm a totally
Commoner
tattered up,
appearances, right?
bloody, muddy.
Yeah, I still have like my beggar uniform, so I don't know.
Which I had forgotten about. So he doesn't. You successfully sneak by the paladin.
Yeah.
Good old disguise.
But if you don't want to miss the interaction with the paladin, when we get out, we can change armor and be like, bling
Yes.
bling,
You
hey.
know, we're probably close to that 1 hour mark anyway.
Yeah.
So
So it will probably
let's
be
just
gone.
get that focus and
Yeah.
then that thingy, and then we'll probably lose the thing, and he'll spot us on the way out.
How did you get in here?
Deal?
Yeah, so you make your way to the back, you go downstairs. There's people in the stairwells, sitting on the stairs. There's people everywhere. And you make your way to the headmaster's chambers. The door is closed, inscribed with runes all over it, obviously warded.
Would I know the wording of
Yes.
the door? Okay, so I can open it
You know the
with the
password?
passphrase.
Aha.
What's the
Or
password?
like
You know what the runes are, and you can read them and determine the type of magic that they cast upon being activated, but you don't know the password to get into the
Oh.
headmaster's chambers.
Not like Milky Way. And then
What is it? Abjuration?
Well, so you know from your studies and when the headmaster was teaching you that he does have sleep spells warding his door. So if
okay.
any of the students try to break in, they would just fall asleep.
Okay.
You'd be fine.
so you can take a long rest.
Try password 1, 2, 3.
Maybe it's his birthday.
0, 0, 0, 0,
0,
0, 0. Okay, so
Do you have dispel magic?
I never have it prepared. Would I know if knock spell would overcome the protection?
It sounds like something for the internet.
Or
On it.
would you know? Could you just not knock on the door like tuk 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 tuk? Then the magister comes out. Hello.
It
And
said.
then, oh, can we take this little
Don't
magic
spoil it.
things and
He's trying to defuse a door without
Oh.
even knocking.
It's
first.
super loud though.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever.
Yes. Knocking is a good
So
idea.
I don't know what the knock spell is. But
it says
It's like unlocking stuff.
Oh.
It says so.
Is it about
Can
knocking like
the object can be a
Do you
door?
knock?
Can we just knock to the door and see what happens? And if nothing happens, you can try out.
I mean, logically, they wouldn't make the protection thing react to a knock because that would be very silly. That
No, but
I wonder
maybe
if the wizards.
maybe someone's in there. You know.
Yeah. Question is if so. It says choose an object. It can be a door that is what the object can be a door. That contains magical means that prevent access. If you choose a target that is held shut with an arcane lock, I don't know if it would probably not really be an arcane lock, I don't know. But that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes. But I don't know if that counts as an arcane lock or if that's more like...
Let's
So
try
we'll find
it.
out.
You want me to knock first?
Yeah.
So I knock on the door.
The headmaster answers.
Oh, he's there?
He opens the door.
He opens the door.
I just assumed he was dead.
Yeah, why did we
Hello.
assume that? Hey!
You know what?
I-
Let's drop our disguises if he's answering.
Oh, okay.
What? There's a lot of people in the room we're at, or
And there's people everywhere, except for in his room. But there's people in the hallway.
And then the shining bright.
So-
and then the paladin arrives. Hey, you!
Stop right there, criminal scum.
it's that video game where as soon as the things are met, he just runs towards you and script started. Nah, okay, so we can't do it in the corridor, but yeah, okay, so he goes for the door. Good.
And then you're
Let's see if
like,
he
oh,
recognizes-
I'm a poor beggar. Can I just have a crystal ball, please?
No, let's just talk and see what he has to say. And,
So he continues standing there.
oh, so he opened the door. Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm just knocking. I like he wanted to talk. To
Do you
shop. I
recognize
say
him?
he wanted to shop.
Does he look like someone I know from the other world?
He does not.
Okay.
Hey Pedro, how was it?
Hello, we were looking for the what? The
We were looking for something.
We were looking for
no,
Is
the
this
name
the
of the
toilet?
guy you're looking for. Oh, his position.
I mean, above me was Santos,
No,
You mean
whose
the
office
headmaster.
is this?
but
The
the
headmaster.
Headmaster. Okay.
that's the headmasters.
We were looking for the headmaster.
That's me.
Well, hello.
He was like dumbass.
Shall we go in circles with our conversation, or do you have something more important? I'm very busy.
We are adventurers who stumbled upon the city as it was being attacked. And we have some questions if you have a moment to spare.
Did you drop your disguises?
No.
Probably nothing you could help with. Sorry.
At that point, I dropped my disguise.
Ah.
Oh,
Interesting.
nice hat.
Why were you disguised?
Well, we were trying to not bring attention to the Redbeards in the city as we were going through it.
Which you knew were in here after it was attacked. How did you know that the Redbeards attacked?
We saw them do it.
Oh, really? Did you see them leave?
No, we got stuck in rubbles and we just made it out recently.
Damn, you Christmas. Well, come in. Let's talk. Shuffles you into his office, opens the door.
Everyone's looking. Is there a crystal ball?
Yeah, I'm looking around for the crystal ball.
There is a crystal ball, and it's on his desk. Which he sits
Very, very obviously.
How good is my sleight of hand?
You're like, like falling and putting your coat over it, and then getting up, and it's not there anymore. Oh, what happened?
I have pretty good sleight of hand actually. So, by the way,
So he sits down at his desk with the crystal ball in front of him and says, "I've been trying to track their movements. Is there any way that you could help me with this?"
tracking the movements.
If you give me the crystal ball.
Oh yeah, if you exactly. So
That's true actually.
how are you tracking them?
I'm scrying their location. They've
Oh.
stolen a valuable artifact.
What artifact have they?
From the graveyard.
Indeed.
Oh, how did you know?
Well, that's the only thing left standing.
Right. They they slaughtered the family for the keys to the ancient locks, and dug up the grave of Lich Netherog. It seems they have obtained the Book of Vile Darkness.
Which is.
Let's leave this shard because
He says, rolling a knowledge check.
Arcana or
Arcana?
probably
history as well?
I would say Arcana.
26.
26. You know everything about it.
I'm not even.
It
gonna
was your
roll, man.
favorite book when you were young. Why isn't that the evil book?
So the younglings are taught of many of the ancient artifacts. One of them being the Book of Vile Darkness, which is said to hold great power for those evil enough to read and write to it. It has been destroyed in the past, but seems to manifest itself over and over.
It's like a living book.
Yes, and it doesn't seem to be able to be permanently destroyed. The last known location was when Lich Netherog had it in possession, and there was a plague war against him. Eventually, it was defeated, and for safekeeping, his tome was sealed under the Neverwinter graveyard, and the keys to the locks were infused with royal blood, meaning that all members of the royal family at that time were required to open the locks, and they have been updated over the years for the most important royal family members to use the new bloodline for those locks.
And what does this book do?
The book grants many powers, which I can read out to you.
You can do campfires. I have
You can
something
take
like
the-
that too.
You can do campfires.
It's called a red shard.
That is true.
We can levitate.
So plants wither in its presence. Animals are unwilling to approach it, and it gradually destroys whatever it touches. Even stone cracks and turns to powder if the book rests on it long enough. Practitioners of evil have held the book and added their own input to its catalog of vile knowledge, making notations and additions to the existing text. And it remains with you as long as you strive to work evil in the world, giving you a mark of darkness, various ability score adjustments, the ability to dominate monsters and command evil.
It's pretty
It
useful.
gives you a lot of information about devils and demons and other dark lore. You can emit dark speech with it, damaging non-evil entities around you with psychic thoughts, and it's generally just super evil. It contains a lot of true names of fiends and demons. You can become a lich if you.
I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
For a friend.
Yeah, for a friend. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds.
Sounds good.
Sounds
like
alright.
Sounds like a book to read.
Sounds like worth destroying a city over when you're into that kind of shit. Yeah, sounds like bad news.
Good.
Let's go fight.
Really?
So I had another question, but like this crystal ball, is it
About the crystal.
is it available for sale or?
So actually, there is one thing we could do for you. Sorry, what is your name?
Pedro.
Headmaster Dartsmith.
Darksmith.
Dartsmith.
Dart. We have seen a very strong wizard, a Redbeard, and as we have seen him, our arch wizard here could scry and locate this man for you if you would be interested. We're not exactly sure who he is, besides the fact that he's a Redbeard, but
That may be useful. Take one of the other scrying orbs and see if you can locate him.
He has several?
Look on the wall. There's a row of crystal balls.
I was so focused on that. Finally.
but you need
Are there
a
like nicer
you need a long
ones
rest
and,
to be able to cast it.
Ah, yeah. So
There's slightly
technically,
different colors.
Oh, that's so cool. Can I have
so
one?
technically, I would need a long rest.
To
Scry,
Yeah, because you just got the spell.
but
Right?
it's evening, right?
It is, yeah. And
Unless he has a scroll with the scrying spell.
do you have any idea why they tried to reroute the river into the chasm?
It seems like they did it as a way to clear the debris of the city.
Hmm.
Or they needed to widen the channel for their ships.
I see. Seems like they had planned this for a very long time. And who's the leader of the Redbeards?
As far as we know, that is Jarlaxle.
And
Mhm.
is I'm
What
under
if he's dead?
I'm under
wearing his hat.
under good authority that has been.
Just theoretically.
Was there a reward on his head?
Quite large, in fact. Yes.
Just asking, as we dealt with him not long ago.
Oh, really? He says. Do you have proof? Maybe
I'm-
an unincinerated body.
He's fully naked somewhere in town, so
Do you know some of his possessions are quite famous, right?
Yes,
like
he
this
says.
hat.
It's written down in one of these books.
Let's take a look.
Okay. So you go through the books. You identify his hat. You have his hat.
His sword.
His sword. Yes.
his
Well,
ring.
You do.
Uh,
His ring is not really known.
Oh.
okay, I guess we wouldn't be right.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we get from him? I wrote them down actually. We got the glamored studded leather
They make appear the armor of
and the short sword of warning,
Of
which
him.
I think you have.
I have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he would show that. It's like I think that's enough of his most precious possessions.
It seems like he went through his chest of drawers.
He has those on him at all times, please.
Indeed. It is a bounty that we have set and a bounty that we will honor. It comes at an unfortunate time, but it is a blow to their ranks that that we welcome.
I mean, frankly, we're not really after the bounty. It's circumstantial. We were helping Farthie, Fairthie, what was he?
Magistrate.
The magistrate, yeah. The magistrate Fairthie to arrest some Redbeards that were moving slaves, and then we just bumped into
the leader.
to Jarlaxle,
Redbeards. How
as well
convenient.
as his second in command, the wizard we've mentioned.
Did
and-
you take care of him as well?
Almost, but he escaped. Did we know how he escaped? Was it a teleportation or an invisibility?
I think we
Is
don't
there a
know,
way we
right?
would have to at least get a hint of the way he disappeared,
He popped out of existence.
popped out?
Would I know
Would I-
if that
That's either dimension door, teleportation.
not invisibility?
Okay, yeah. So he just he used an arcane power to go disappear.
Extricate himself.
Yes, in the nick of time.
Fancy word.
But we have seen and fought him, so we are familiar with the man, and we could scry for him. We would need a long to spend a night for our mage to prepare the spell, of course. But
Well, you see we are quite full, but I'm sure we can find a space for you to lay down, if you don't mind the closeness of others.
no, not at all.
That's fine.
As for the reward, it would be better for us if the gold was not taken from our coffers, as that will be useful to pay the mercenaries, which we will need to pay to rebuild this city. Perhaps something from this room could be in its stead.
You absolutely need the gold more than we do, so there's no problem. I do not know if there's anything we need really. We take a look. Anything that could help us, of course. But
I'll keep the ball. Is there anything else in the room?
So with pleasure, he says, as we pocket the thing. There's various ingredients for all types of spells, like sapphires and rubies and stuff, and diamonds and diamond dust and bones and bone dust.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a grinder in the corner. And
Can we take like a collection of different arcane ingredients?
you want to refill your, because there's some spells you cast that requires components that are consumed. every
Yeah, I mean,
time.
I have so many components that we are probably not going to use them up, but if we are going to decide to get the instant summon spell, we could make use of some sapphires.
So you can take up to 5,000 gold of components. Various.
Okay, the crystal ball was,
I think it's 1,000.
for the spell it's at least 1,000, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
Actually, more interesting, headmaster, if that is an option at all. Do you have any high-level spell scrolls or any new spells our mage could learn?
He pulls out his filing cabinet.
Do you want to pick the other two you were missing? You were hesitating with?
I mean, we have scrying now, so we don't need clairvoyance.
Yeah,
But we could take the instant summon spell. It's a 6th level,
if he has it, that is.
if he has it.
So he has most spells, being the headmaster. He doesn't really have any, shall we say, like evocation damaging spells. He has more useful for, if the king wants to know where his subject is, he can scry for it or whatever.
So utility spells.
Yeah.
Up to any level, really?
I mean, we cannot use higher level.
I know, but
But maybe he can read it and try it. 9th level meteor shower. Useful in every occasion. But yeah, so up to 5,000 gold worth of stuff. He has most spells there. So just calculate their
do
costs.
you want to go through that list? But what, sorry?
So just calculate their costs and do it probably after this session, unless there's something you know right now that you want. It's okay if you're like, oh yeah, and I took whatever from that room.
Okay, so we do it after the session.
Yeah.
Okay, so for now it's only the crystal ball.
And the sapphires?
Yeah, we decide after the
Okay,
session.
okay, yeah,
what to do,
sure.
I guess. Because
Unless
yeah.
there's something you immediately need right now, they're like, oh yeah, I want this spell and I want these components.
I guess we don't have an immediate use for the instant summon spell now, right?
No. Do you want to get investor of everything else? Okay, we'll do that later.
The problem is also I cannot have that many prepared, even if I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know a bunch, but choosing, it's the hard part.
Choosing's hard. So let's do it afterwards. So
Yeah.
I only take the crystal ball for now. And I guess that would be it for today, right? Or do you want to explore the city at night a little bit further?
There's nothing to explore.
That's
No.
true.
I mean, we could check if the tomb contains more information, more liches.
Who in this castle should we know about? Is there? I mean, obviously the princess Jasmine is the person in charge, but is there anyone else that we should know about? Introduce ourselves to.
Well, there's Paladin Dance upstairs.
Dance.
Yes.
Oh,
I heard he has very fine side quests for available adventurers.
He's been after the attack. He's been more enthusiastic about weeding out the evil in our city.
Maybe you should have been before.
Yes, probably. Those damn paladins.
Okay. Do you want to talk to the princess?
Should we introduce this? I
Is
mean,
she
she might be. I
hot?
asked the headmaster. Should we introduce ourselves to the princess, or I'm sure she's very busy, but I don't know what's the customs in these kind of situations.
Her entire family just got killed,
Right.
and she just got thrown with the responsibility of the kingdom. Probably now's not the best time.
Oh, normal day in the castle.
It's funny. I thought the opposite. It's a good time to show support and show that she's not alone. But
She has supportive members inside
excellent.
that aren't strangers that just came to Neverwinter today.
That's what I wanted
Oh,
to know.
you never know, right?
Very well. Then let's maybe take a rest and if
Are you still the only one in glamorous armor? Or did you...
no, you're the one in glamorous armor.
No, oh yeah, because I showed the armor that, how was it? Jarlax, I don't know.
Jarlax.
Uh-huh.
Had, so I'm
You mean, I guess my disguise self would have also.
naked. No,
It only lasts an hour, so I guess.
no, but I did
y-
it with my magic armor.
Yeah. No, I
Yours
mean,
last.
Yours.
Yeah,
You're
it would
probably
have
faded
only
by
lasted
now.
an hour, so would have
I mean,
also dropped it when you dropped it.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say. Okay, then we'll sleep where we can.
Very well. And he goes back to scrying. So you go take a long rest.
Yeah,
And you gotta.
I mean,
You can cast scrying now.
Yes.
Long rest.
Is there a nice place to sleep?
Oh boy!
Oh no! Oh no! What is this?
So during the night, as
you lost all
you're
your items.
as in the dream state, your soul is loosened from your body.
Me?
Yes.
Fucking
Your matron comes to you and guides you towards a darkened door and asks you to follow as she goes through.
I follow.
And you find yourself nowhere else but in the 9th level, or the 9th circle of hell, in front of Asmodeus himself.
Who's that?
The
devil,
Lord,
basically.
basically the Lord of the Nine House.
Okay.
He's the most powerful devil in existence. Knowledge and trickery domains. In any case, you know who he is, so he doesn't introduce himself.
Hello, little human.
And your matron explains to you that with the abilities that you have acquired, you can. She has been channeling his energy to you to give you your abilities.
Okay.
And
okay.
she has negotiated an offer that she thinks is very useful, or could be very useful to you, which is written on the sheet. As you have now a dark form ability that you can take the black skin and the devil's smile and the flaring eyes to basically turn into a demon. You get fly speed 30 feet with bat-like leathery wings that are sort of tattered, general demonic wings. The thing is that everyone instantly recognizes you as a servant of Asmodeus, and regardless of your true alignment, you detect as lawful evil
When I'm in that form.
when you're in that form.
Yeah.
And being in that form allows you to offer someone a deal with the devil, including yourself.
Oh, that's me.
Once entered into, the deal is always active, and the deal allows you to sacrifice permanent hit points in order to do stuff. You can maximize spells, you can quicken spells, you can extend their reach, and you can do something else, which I forgot. And the most powerful is that you can rewind time. very shortly. The in-game is you can go back to the start of your turn. In terms of like an initiative order, you take your turn, blah 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 blah. As a reaction to taking damage, after the damage is done, you can then rewind to the start of your turn, which undoes everything except for the permanent hit point sacrifice.
How to make fights longer? Oh, I'm gonna do
But
rewind all the combat
permanent.
turns.
Hit
So
point
so
sacrifice.
the hit points maximum goes down forever.
Yes.
Oh, forever?
Yeah,
Yes.
as in
So it's-
permanent.
It's permanent. And
Meh.
if you have sacrificed your hit point maximum for any amount of points, if you go under 0 hit points, your death saves automatically critical fail. And if you die, then Asmodeus has your soul.
I'm at like
If
20,
you've lost
but only
any
have
permanent
10.
hit points.
Huh?
Yes.
It will
From-
be level 20, but have 10 hit points.
That doesn't sound like a very good deal, I have to say. Too risky.
But you still can fly without sacrificing hit points.
Just
But you still have it won't be a sneaky fly because everyone is like, oh, look, a demon.
Yeah. Yeah,
Still
so-
prefer flying as an Aarakocra.
Paladin dance, do not meet. Avoid. Okay.
Do you have to decide now?
No, I mean I can do this whenever I want. I cannot use it if I don't want to, right?
You cannot use it if you don't want
It's like this.
And you don't
with-
have to tell people all of it
Of
if
course.
you don't want to.
Obviously.
You don't even have to tell people about it.
Okay.
Or does he have like little horns growing? Like
Could be.
Hellboy.
That's a hellish turn to the
Hmm.
hexblade. Interesting.
You do know, by the way, that Greater Restoration cancels out any one effect that is affecting your maximum hit point total. So it could be removed through a Greater Restoration.
That's very good to know. We don't have access
How
to
do
it.
you
but-
get greater restoration?
Not yet, but I mean, we can still choose 4,000 gold points worth of.
Yeah, I thought it was a cleric spell only.
Ah,
I could be wrong.
Or
oh,
you could
Druid, Cleric, and Paladin, I think.
I see. So I cannot. Yeah.
But you can use
Or
a
can
spell
you if
scroll.
it's a spell scroll?
No.
Uh,
Can you use a spell scroll from another
But
use
class?
Magic Device.
What's
Yes.
that?
Use Magic Device. Is that wait? Is that a 5e thing? That's a 5e thing, right?
I don't know all the rules.
Magic device.
I don't know all the rules, so.
No,
So-
on your skills.
On your what?
All my
Skills.
skills? Magic
Ah, no,
device?
that's
Use
that's-
Magic Device. It's not
it's
a
not a-
5e thing.
Ah.
no, it's
Okay.
I think it's a Pathfinder thing, in fact.
Okay, that's
Then you
why I don't
can't,
know
you
about
can't
it.
roll it.
No, you can with a scroll. Anyone can cast a spell, but there's a thing you still have to roll if it's higher than your casting.
And you cannot
level.
use the scroll to learn it, right? If it's
That
not
I
from
have
your
no
You
idea.
can learn something that's not in your class.
Okay.
You cannot.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Otherwise,
too.
wizards could just be every class.
Okay, so now I cannot
Very
read. I mean, you're still dreaming, so I cannot even talk to you.
Yeah. So that happens, and then you wake up after a long rest.
Oh, did you sleep as well as me, guys?
I mean, didn't we sleep kind of on the floor because every bed was taken?
Yeah.
Yeah, so because I'm feeling really, really nice today, before going to sleep, I was seeing all these poor people. I was kind of distributing potions of healing right here, right now.
Like
So
Santa.
I kind of lost 5 potions of healing. But it's for the greater cause, so
And it is.
that it is. And I still have like 4,000 gold pieces to buy new potions if I want. So I might even have lost 10 of them, but it's for a greater cause again.
Yeah. For all these people who are gonna freeze to death very soon. Just kidding.
So, from 25 to 15. And did I get like a better reputation for helping poor people out? I mean,
You did,
I didn't go to people and be like, oh, take this healing potion. It was more like I
Make sure to
went.
tell your captain.
It was more like I went to the main healer, or did I get to
Yeah.
meet the main priest or main healer by telling him I had some donations to make?
So
Like
Did
just
you do
did
that
this before going.
rest? Yes. So you would have to have gone through the main hall again,
Yeah.
non-disguised.
Yeah.
And
But
so
I
you
didn't
would
put
have
the
met-
like Jarlax thing. I was just
No,
like
no.
normal leather armor, like a adventure type of.
Yeah. So you stand out as an adventurer,
Yeah.
and Paladin Dance comes over to you, and basically he just casts detect evil, and you're not evil, right?
I'm not, but you know
That's
I've
good.
got a friend now.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I was alone. Horns, you know, like growing out. So why are you looking at me like that? Yeah.
And so he asked you like why are you there, and not kind of giving you a hard time about why you're not going getting more stuff. But then I guess you tell him about the potions or whatever, and he's happy about that, and you have a good standing with the local healing people.
Reputation +2. No.
So you're awake. You're in the jail or whatever. I don't know, wherever those rooms.
Oh, that's a nice iron door. Let's sleep behind that.
Yeah.
So you prepared your new spells, I assume?
Yes, it's all prepared.
Good. Okay. Breakfast and scrying?
Sure.
What do you scry?
So
While we're eating, he's like,
oh yeah. So we are having breakfast, and then I guess we want to find out where that mage is and what he's up to, right?
Yeah, we should probably do this
Mm,
in the presence
yeah.
of the headmaster.
mm-hmm.
So,
Because
but
you told him that you could do it.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's fine. We can help. But see, here's a question. While we're still just the three of us, and you and you and you,
Mm.
just
You can do like the mental speaking. Or
nah, that's
how
fine. We just speak in low voice. Do we want to stick around and help? Do we want to help deal with this thing that's gonna make a leech out of this Redbeard wizard, or do we just want to get out of here?
We could at least check on the wizard, and if we think that we can either destroy or get a hold of the book, we might try. Otherwise, we can jump ship. No pun intended. What do you think?
Let's already look what the wizard is doing. Maybe he went back to the volcano to save his people.
I think he's seen the volcano erupt. That's something we didn't talk about with the with the headmaster.
By the way,
Did you see
way.
the thing outside the window?
Crazy, it just happened.
Must be the tectonic plates around
Yeah.
here
Probably.
acting
Nice.
crazy.
The Redbeards are responsible. Who else? They're responsible for all things bad. Yeah.
Oh, a volcano exploded. Oh, acid rain. Oh, red beards once again.
So we invite the headmaster to have a breakfast with us.
How are we doing in terms of rations
Let-
and stuff? We're good, right?
Let's go to the headmaster because maybe he has better breakfast than like basic rations. Maybe
Sure.
Some nice.
So-
Better than elf bread or whatever it is.
Yeah, so like, I don't know, bacon and eggs.
Oof, yeah, got those cooks going.
Yeah.
What else are they gonna do? Cook stuff.
I mean, he's the headmaster. I mean,
yeah.
or
That's
we
a
could
pretty
go
good
meet the
shit here, by
princess.
the way.
There we
I
could
can
really
do.
have a real nice breakfast. You know?
I can get
She has
a
a lot
plus
of
2 to an
work,
insight
so she
check.
gets to
once per
eat
short
a lot
rest.
too.
When you're in that form.
No, I don't need to be in the form. I don't need to be in that form to do those 3 things, right? The piercing eyes.
For the piercing eyes and devil smile, you don't have to be in that form.
Yeah, and then there's a dark form is the 3rd thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So
There
I
you
have the
to be.
piercing eyes, which gives me plus 2 to an insight check once per short rest, to know if someone is truthful specifically. And the devil's smiles, I can basically promise the world with a smile and get a plus 2 to a persuasion check for bargaining specifically.
Promise the world for 2 copper pieces.
But I get a chance to discover my true race.
Wow.
Okay. So, I had a question. Do I have a rough idea of, or do any of us have a rough idea of how long it would take us to get to the next
limit.
barrier of the shard?
couple hours by walking.
Oh, just that. Okay. So that's what I thought.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So we are with the
Easy.
headmaster.
Okay, so you go to the headmaster.
What does he have for breakfast?
He's passed out asleep on his desk. It looks like he was crying.
He's cried all night long.
Just take all the spells.
So I just need another spell scroll. Oh,
Just
there's
take the whole
nothing else.
cabinet. We're just gonna
You
put.
say you're good, but
I don't do anything bad. I just suggest it.
So I'm really hungry. So there's this servant passing by, and I tell him that the headmaster really needs a big breakfast.
yes, okay. Oh, yes, right.
Yeah. With bacon and eggs. He's vegetarian. Yeah, but today he won't be.
Let's just.
So if he was crying, does he have like information on the people that he was crying on the table?
He scribbled some notes.
But he doesn't have. So because it modifies the safety Cs when you have like possessions of the people you cry on or pictures or.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any objectry.
Okay. Okay. So he probably doesn't have anything on the wizard that we tried to find information.
Hmm. I'm not sure he got out of the castle since the Redbeards attacked. So
Yeah. No, I mean maybe he had a picture of him from like a month ago or
No.
whatever, but
his childhood. It's his son.
baby pictures.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I guess we can just try and scry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Try it with his crystal ball. Maybe it's better.
Maybe it's
quality.
better.
Yeah.
Do
Does it
they look
depend
different?
on-
Valuable crystal
Does
Is it bigger?
I mean, do you want the
It's a
budget
+1 crystal
ball,
ball.
or you want the premium one? Do you want the Apple one, or you want
Ooh.
the eyeball, or the?
You want the eyeball?
Okay, so yeah, I'll move his head a little bit away from the crystal ball on the table.
So he wakes
He's
up.
like he's basically like this on the ball.
On the ball.
He fell asleep. on
It's
it.
like he's like
So he wakes up and
with a big mark.
after some questioning glances greets you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine. It's 10 o'clock. Time to wake
Time
up.
for breakfast.
And the servant comes
With his bacon and eggs.
with bacon and eggs. I didn't order her.
We ordered some for you.
Yeah. So while you're having breakfast, you can scry.
Okay, so I'll sit down at the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'll whoosh my hands around the crystal ball and it will start glowing.
Oh.
Or whatever it does, I don't know, I've never done this before, so...
Wait, what?
Just imagine the fortune teller.
I didn't tell it loud.
And he's like, I just leveled up, so.
Just do it like the old ladies in the movies, like.
So...
I see.
Let's check.
See,
Yeah.
might be your future or your past.
Should also get a pack of tarot cards. So we have first-hand knowledge of the wizard. We don't have any of his possessions. Or did someone rip out some of his hair?
Yeah, I was just like slicing with my sword under, and I picked up his hair.
Well,
This
just
could
remember,
be useful later.
Hector the Spectre has been with us this whole time.
That's it, really.
Yeah, 24 hours. Well, until the long rest was done, actually.
Too bad.
After the spectre.
I probably told him to stand outside the castle, though. Yeah, so he's gone.
Yeah, that's good.
That would have been an interesting entrance with the paladin there.
Yep.
So, the wizard is going to need to do a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. He did one.
What did he do?
1.
He did one.
What's the DC?
He did 1.
Ah, the DC is 16.
This allows for fudging, basically.
Yeah, that,
No, well, so he got 50.
What?
Ah. So good.
So we have a sensor through which we can see and hear as if we were there. So basically, the wall shows us like a TV screen.
Yeah.
So we can all see this, not just you?
The range being infinite, I assume.
The
We're in the
range
same
is
plane.
infinite on the same plane.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a drone. But it's on a.
He would be able to see the scrying
Mm-hmm.
if he can see invisible things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So if he has true sight or whatever, or yeah. But otherwise he doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we can watch and hear him and his surroundings
Mm-hmm.
for 10 minutes.
Does scrying activate alarm?
I don't think so.
Does it count as a hostile presence?
No. I don't think so.
Not like a drone.
This is more a question about whatever sensory magic you might have, whether it would specify. But
I mean, it's a divination spell. It's not like a
And
hostile.
there are specific spells to block scrying, etc., but he doesn't have any of those up.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if like something like true seeing would allow you to.
I mean, true sight would show you a small glowing orb
It would.
floating above you. Because true sight lets you see invisible things, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that counts basically.
Yeah, with the true sight you would see that you are being
If he
scryed.
sees it, he could see it. It's not that true sight would notify him.
Yeah, exactly. Just if he looks at it, he would see it, yeah.
Okay.
So you see him. He's sleeping,
No! Where is he?
and he looks to be in. He's hanging in a linen hammock in the cargo hold of the ship.
Okay.
Oh, that's such
A
a
ship.
basic pirate. Is he even a wizard? Is he like in a luxury hammock? You know, like
I mean, it's a nice
the
hammock.
chief's hammock.
It's not like a silk hammock, right?
Oh.
Can you see outside?
It's
or-
not
Um,
a rope hammock.
so it's,
Oh, it's not the basic rope.
so it's basically the sensor can move up to 10 feet around him. It moves with him basically, but it can move up to 10 feet and look in any direction. So it would check the room, like
Windows.
look around.
And
Window.
so you see the rest of the cargo hold. There are many other redbeards in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hammocks, stream. Oh boy, I have a map for this.
He doesn't have like a private room now that Jarlax is dead or something like that.
Why would he have a private room?
Because he's,
He's a
the
man of
new
the people.
he's the new captain.
He's a man of people.
Oh.
So he's here.
Okay.
And you can see like the rest of this area, and these are all hammocks strung between various poles.
So he's outside.
No, this is in the cargo hold.
Ah, okay.
This is not the top level.
Is there like a big treasure somewhere?
In there? No.
Any fancy
Well,
book?
in that room.
Is he holding any fancy book? Evil-looking book?
He is
Cradling it in
He's
his
not
sleep.
cradling his sleep, but that's the fancy book.
And
There's
any
like some
windows?
leech traits like crawling up his face.
Yeah, are there windows?
No windows. You know that cargo holds are usually below water level.
So we wouldn't know if the ship is an underwater ship.
The one
We
ship.
ask what's his name, the headmaster, whether he recognizes the ship. Could it be the Red Pearl?
Looks like a pretty generic ship to me.
Oh. He knows nothing about ships.
So we got 10 minutes of this.
We got 10 minutes and he's asleep. Yeah.
We got 10 minutes of.
Maybe we can do it again,
looking
right?
At,
sure.
Looking at.
This is not a
Does ascending
Ritual.
wake people up?
sorry.
Does sending wake people up?
It does actually. Well,
That's a good question. If you tell him something like, "Wake up, get out of your fucking hammock."
No, that would
Just-
be giving it away.
Just say there's something burning outside. And then he has to go up, and then we see if it's the
No,
red
but
pearl
he
or
knows
something.
it's ascending. So if I give anything away about the fact that I know where he is or what he's doing, he will know we can see him and scrying him, which is not good.
Then you send, it was just a volcano.
I could just say, "How's your family doing?"
Dick.
Or I could bluff and just say, "We got the book."
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not on his person currently, so you cannot be sure that we don't.
It's kind of an obvious bluff, though.
As long as if it works.
What book? Oh, the evil one.
The advantage is that he's asleep, so he's
I mean-
gonna work like, what? And he doesn't have time to actually really think this through. And in a panic, he would.
Maybe he would even confuse it with waking up from a dream. Who knows?
I kind of pretend I'm another voice.
We didn't
you know?
see any ships, right?
Where?
When I was flying over town.
No, he didn't see any ships.
Yeah, that seems
I know what I could do. I could become Jarlaxle. He doesn't know he died.
Wait.
I mean, he
because
didn't
he
see
he
him. Escaped before.
he escaped before we killed Jalaxel.
Mhm.
The only thing I'm not sure about is as when we killed Jarlaxle, all those things went
Yeah.
up. I don't know if that was linked to his death.
I don't know.
Or if it's just a coincidence.
That might, yeah.
Was it really the instant we killed him that the
That was
flares
the
went up?
instant that you killed him.
Okay.
Oh,
After-
our
just
leader is
sometime-
dead.
Just sometime after the wizard left, basically.
Yeah.
Sometime after you killed Jarlaxle, and yeah, so sometime after the wizard.
But the wizard left before, right?
The wizard left before you killed Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
In fact, like 3 rounds before.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
I
18
mean,
seconds.
Of course, he hasn't heard of Jalaxel afterwards, so he might assume that we did kill him, because otherwise Jalaxel would have probably contacted him.
Well, maybe he doesn't have access to sending, and it's possible. I mean, he's not a
He's-
spellcaster, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could pose as Jalaxel, and
This game is so fun.
so
Just all the possibilities. I just love it. Okay, let's try that. So
Okay.
I'm gonna turn into Jarlaxle. I'm gonna tell the headmaster, don't freak out. Okay,
Yep.
it's just a trick. You know about those.
He's a wizard, he knows.
And then what do I say? So I say, what's his name, by the way? I asked the headmaster. What is the name of this mage?
Good question.
You tell me.
His name has been the utmost secret since we learned of
Very well. I'll call him you fool.
You fool.
That always works.
Okay, so I could either ask him where's the book, or I could tell him how did you let them get the book? Something basically.
Which makes him totally freak out.
Yeah.
Where's the book is... Because maybe he has the book and then he will be, no, I have the book. Okay, oh shit.
Or something like, they tricked you. You
Yeah.
just have a
Copy.
Like how's it called?
Forgery?
a forge. Yeah, a forgery.
I think it would be. I mean, it's emanating evil. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
It's
you
like
would kind of-
radioactive, but evil.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It's
let's
like
say you fool.
uranium.
you fool. Dave duped you. Okay, sorry. You fool. Dave. Duped you.
They have contractions as a word.
I'm not gonna make it super long.
Yeah.
Come back to me now.
Dave got the book. Head to the surface
For no reason.
and get it back. Now. Okay? Sent.
Okay.
Let's watch what happens. I make it quite loud.
So he wakes up startled.
He doesn't fall from his hammock like, ah!
But he
I make sure that the scrying orb is behind him.
Yeah, he stumbles out of it and heads towards the back of the ship. Goes into the sort of the what is it, B something here.
BIO. Oh, B10.
B10. Grabs some what looks like jewelry and fancier robes. He was just in a simple linen robe. Putting them on, puts on a circlet, grabs a staff and walks through to the back here.
That's still inside.
Yep, here. and opens the cupboard and through the back of the ship. It opens up before you into as your scrying harp goes through, I assume. Into have you seen The Expanse? Okay.
I have.
Yeah. It's the inside of the Navu or whatever it's called. Basically, it's a very large circular room, sort of. And so you enter this way into the room, and it goes up. There's grass and ponds and various wildlife all around. It seems like gravity is outward, and there's lots of people there. You recognize some of them from the town.
Okay.
And he's walking quickly towards the center of it, as in the sort of there's crossbars going across it, and in the center there's just basically a it looks kind of like oil, like black tar, just emanating from a central point.
And the ship is.
Behind him now.
So he came
So he came
across
out
the
of
portal.
Floor.
Was the
So
portal
he-
or just
he-
like a
he
door,
walked-
like a tunnel?
He opened that cabinet,
Mm-hmm.
like,
And
right
stepped
next to the
through
wardrobe,
it, basically.
went through the.
Like, okay.
And
So the ship is not there in that place.
Oh, it's like a Narnia. Okay.
It's a Narnia wardrobe.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very convenient.
Yeah.
Well, it's
That's
basically the thing you can do if you do it for 250 days in a row or something like this. No.
Permanent portal.
Yeah.
But that's not permanently open.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so he looks at this darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And then he sees that it's there.
we see a book.
Uh,
Then in the middle of that.
You can. Does your scrying orb also have?
A
you
perception
see-
check?
See like true sight and stuff.
The scrying doesn't have true sight, no.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so
we
you
are
see-
looking through.
Yeah.
Like a
But you
true
see, so you
sight
see,
on the
like a
ball.
black, like it looks like oily sludge that's emanating from this center zone, high up above the ground. He looks at it and looks behind him, which I assume your orb is there. He looks at it. You recognize his.
He basically looks directly into our eyes.
Yeah.
Just wink.
You recognize his circlet as a headband of true sight, and yeah, he starts to cast a spell. And
Just dismiss.
Okay,
it.
yeah, I dismiss the scrying.
Wait, a spell on. You don't want to see what he's casting?
It's not. Gonna
But maybe
be-
it's like a backtracking
Yeah,
spell.
yeah.
I don't know.
trace the call.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, he's gonna know we're in the castle, so I'm right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was useful information.
Oh, it's
I
an
would say.
oil refinery. That's what it is.
That's oil refining.
So, headmaster, what do you think of this?
Its source.
This is quite troubling. It's odd that they have the book near so much wildlife, but maybe they're experimenting on it. In any case, nothing good can come of this.
Do you know what the black oily stuff was like? I don't know if it was black.
Yeah.
You said
It was
oily.
white,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
like tar or something.
Black tar. Isn't that
Black tar heroin. That's what it was. Don't do drugs, kids. Most likely some way to try to contain the book. It's most likely in the center of that.
black tar heroin?
It's not heroin. It's just black tar.
I want to go there.
I need to recharge my.
Wait, black tar is the thing you put on the ships, so on the old ships, so that okay.
How do you roll 1d3
D6 divided by 2.
to
Or D12 divided
recharge
by
the
three.
helm of teleportation?
By 4.
So that's 1.
That's a fail.
Well, we still have. Why is it showing 2 charges actually?
Because you had one yesterday.
No, we used it
Oh,
twice.
you used it. Yeah.
Oh no, that's not the charges. That's the uses. Okay, so we still have 2 uses now.
It recovers 1 per day if you
Is it
succeed.
1d3
Per day.
per day.
Okay.
Per long rest, yeah. So we know where it is now. We can actually teleport there.
I mean, it's probably below the mountain.
Yes. But we've seen it visually, so that's familiar
Mhm.
to us now. And I'm sure Headmaster can teleport. Can you not?
You could.
Hmm?
You could.
Do you want to? I don't.
I mean, one simple way would be, okay, so my question first, you know this artifact better than us.
Uh-huh.
Can it corrupt the people that touch it?
Yes.
So how do you handle it?
Those that are good of heart generally don't. In order for the book to be transported, it must be either magically held aloft, or simply with very long sticks.
A mage hand could do the trick, maybe?
Mage hand could probably do the trick. It is quite heavy though.
What if an evil creature carries the book?
Then they like it.
No, but they don't get hurt by it, basically, evil creatures.
I mean, they cannot be corrupted more than they already are. I
It's
guess.
it's not the fact that that it will hurt you when you touch it. Is that you may lose yourself to the power of the book
Uh-huh.
and its calls of evil.
Okay. So what do you think is the best course of action?
Well, thing is now they know we know. If we want to act, we should act quickly because they would probably start preparing for things, the extra defenses and whatnot. But it would still be risky. So I mean, one thing we could do is just teleport, grab it, teleport back with mage hand.
Basically, like a second shard.
Yeah, exactly. That worked out well the first time.
Question is also what we do with the book if we manage to get
We
it.
just return it to
the sandy.
Princess Jasmine.
Oh yeah, she'll be happy.
And then she can become a lich princess. That's sick.
That sounds rad. Yeah.
We could destroy it. It would just solve the problem for a short while.
It- Yeah, it doesn't seem really destroyable, right? We could also
We could bring it back home.
keep it.
As you're discussing, the headmaster interjects. There may be a problem.
Oh, why?
Are we sure it's still on this plane?
We wouldn't have been able to see it if it wasn't with the screwing.
Yes. You mean because we followed through the portal? But yeah, technically, if the scrying worked, unless you didn't intend it, it's on the same plane. Yeah.
Okay.
It's, if I recall, the scrying works. You attach it to a person as you on the same plane. If the person then travels somewhere else, it would potentially
True.
still follow.
So it's not totally clear. It says you can attach it to a creature on the same plane,
Which you did.
and then it follows the creature. But it
Which
of course doesn't specify if
Which
the
it
creature switches a plane,
Yeah.
if that fails or not.
So inaccurate. How could they not have thought of this?
We need explicit rules, lawyer. Yeah, so you attach it to a creature on a material plane. But as a headmaster questions, is that book still on this plane?
I mean, we can also, if we are unsure, go to the ship instead.
Wait, hold on. Why don't you just try Headmaster to scry for the book now that you've seen it?
Very true, he says, and attempts to and fails.
Why don't you try to scry for the wizard now?
And attempts to and fails.
Okay, so it is not in this plane.
He's a lot of spell slots.
Whatever.
That's why I'm making him do those. It's like,
He's a high level man.
he's got nothing to do but sit on his office and cast spells.
But we might be able to enter through the ship.
Yeah, or
They're
through the
not waiting
volcano
for
island,
us.
which is very inviting right now. What do you think about the big
eruption going on currently.
What?
You need to get some fresh air, and
These
master
guys for it.
has left
No. That eruption.
You need your 10,000 steps per day, headmaster.
More like 10.
Sleep in a bed. That's a good start, I think.
This is how you miss the obvious. Yeah, that's been happening. So, I mean, there is a way from the volcano island, but it's not very inviting now, right? Is it still doing its? Since it's crying for it, what's the evolution of the eruption?
It stopped erupting violently after, what is it, like in 8-9 hours of rest.
Ashes are falling all over. And it's more like a pure lava volcano, or is it more like ashes and lava and?
In the beginning, it was more just pure lava, just like a fire hose.
Yeah.
But now
it will
it's calmed down to more of a leaky faucet style lava.
Poor volcano,
Yeah,
it's been
but
holding
it's
this
more
for so
like
long.
this kind of lava
finally.
volcano. It's not like ashes and
It's
gas.
not spewing too much ash in
No,
there.
okay, so it's alright.
So now it's just a lot of lava that's cooling down
Yeah,
on the sea.
No. The island is much bigger now.
yeah, that's how volcanoes evolve.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We changed the landscape. I don't mean we.
Someone.
Someone did has changed something.
Yeah.
Tectonic plates,
Yes.
you know.
But I don't think it's accessible from the volcano island anymore, that's for sure. Unless we start digging through lava.
Lava.
We could teleport into the.
Yeah, but we don't know. You could teleport into lava. It's probably there. Well, you could now. If you prepared a spell.
Which one?
The immunity to fire.
Yeah,
Then just teleport into the lava.
Oh, true.
Fine.
and
True,
then
it's
just go
prepared now.
swim in lava.
Yeah, immunity to fire plus water breathing, like you can breathe lava.
Lava breathing.
Lava breathing. We
How is it
talked.
swimming in lava? More dense, right? Like,
Nobody's ever tried.
Yeah, I don't think we have scientific data for this. Maybe we should try.
Yeah.
No.
See, he agrees.
He doesn't want to try it out.
What about my clothing?
Weird.
What about your clothing?
Would it burn?
No.
Why you
Any-
really want to
anything
try it
more
out?
varied.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a silly
Just go
advice.
naked.
Okay, so another thing is that we could scribe for the boat. The boat is still where it should be on our plane. So we could locate the boat.
I can only scribe for creatures.
You don't have locate object.
I do have locate object.
Yeah.
But it has a range, right?
Locate object has a pretty small range.
Oh, you know
That
what
will
we
not
do?
Work.
I fly around, and then do you need a short rest to reach? How do you say it? Have what kind of spell is it? Can you use it every time after a short rest?
I can use it. I can use it just by casting it. I cannot do it as often as I want, but I can do it
okay.
quite often.
You
can just
you
like
can
fly
scribe for
over the
locations.
sea with me flying him over the sea,
It's the last
and he
sentence
trying
in
to
the
locate
spell.
the boat.
So it is
Like,
only 1,000
ding,
feet,
ding.
right?
Yeah, it would take some time, but
Yes.
Also, we don't know where it is, right? And if it was the red pearl, then we cannot even find it. I mean, unless it's not. Yeah, we
Too
could.
deep.
We could.
Here's what else we could do, Headmaster, with the many spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen other
get the second
sailors
breakfast.
on the ship. Because if I'm correct, we can scry the ship now as a location, but we would not actually be able to scry in outside of it because we haven't seen that. Correct?
Sounds reasonable to me.
So, but if we scry some of the other sailors we saw, eventually one of those would go outside, I suppose.
Quite possible.
How about it?
This is like playing around
give it a
with
shot.
video cameras in an FBI game.
I was looking merely through the ocean before, so this is much better use of my time. Tries to scry one of the sailors that you had seen previously through your scry. who are now starting to rouse. And this sailor does start walking around. Is there anything you're interested in seeing him do?
We want to see the surface. So it's possible it's underwater, of course. But so if we can see windows, any kind of outside point of view, so that we can know where the ship is located. If we see the volcano through the window, if we see anything really, that would help.
Okay, so you keep your eye out for any portals or anything like that. It seems when you walk past so he does stuff, walks past the main gun deck, where all the cannons are lined up, and through the cannon hatches, you can see water rushing by.
Shit.
So it's
Not
underwater.
So it's probably underwater.
Yep. Figured as much.
Let's try.
Arr.
You can teleport there.
On the boat.
Ah.
Sure.
And then we are underwater.
We can actually teleport in the other. I think we can teleport through planes. I guess we can't. No, that doesn't make sense.
We would already be back.
The standard teleportation circle cannot.
But once we hit 15th level, boy howdy, we're out of here.
Hey, we're getting close.
Yeah, the question is how we would leave the ship.
Okay, get onto the ship. Then you do like mass influence stuff, and then we do a how do you say?
Mass suggestion.
Mass suggestion. And
Same
there's
thing.
I don't know, when people rebel against their captain, and then
Mutiny.
Mutiny.
So-
mutiny, and then we won.
The suggestion has to be reasonable. Okay.
So,
Mutiny.
Before-
We don't want to stay underwater.
before you plan too much, are you sure that the ship is still inside the shard? Because everybody else doesn't care about the shard boundaries, but you do.
So you feel like they can? It's just us that are stuck in this shard, but they
You feel
on
like
the airplane they
you-
were stuck.
In the white shard, they were.
So I
here
assumed
you know that there, and you have talked about it before, that there's trade between Waterdeep and Neverwinter, obviously going outside the shard's boundaries. That you
Right.
are stuck inside
True,
it.
true. That's true.
Let's just leave this show.
Okay, good luck.
So we had another side quest to do.
I mean, there's nothing to do in the tomb anymore, right? Because the thing has been taken.
I mean, we didn't investigate, of course, but
Wanna go?
Spoiler alert, they were taking the tomb to get the book.
Yeah, they told us. Because that's where it was hidden.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, we didn't investigate if there are any hints or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hints for what?
I don't know. That's why, because we didn't investigate, I cannot tell
Yeah,
you.
you can know the hints. If you don't
Because that's
What
what
are you
it
trying
is.
to find hints about? Like,
I don't know.
I mean,
It's saying
about
we
maybe
didn't
how to-
investigate in
How to
right
destroy
up.
the book or control it or whatever. I don't know.
you know it can be destroyed by a solar ray.
Don't we have one of those? No.
Just hold it in the sun. Yeah.
But take a loop and try to burn it.
No, I guess it's I don't if it's out of the shard, there's not much we can do. As far as I know. It's a lot of unknown science. We could try. Interesting though. If metaphysically it's very interesting. This whole shark business.
Yeah.
So in a way it's almost like a virtual reality thing. It's like we're seeing, we don't know if it exists, like maybe it's either like the Star Trek, so I'm not talking
Holodeck.
game anymore, the holodeck thing.
Holiday.
It's either like the holodeck thing and we're stuck in it in a way and we can just switch themes. Or we're seeing real other dimensions but through a holodeck again.
Yeah, it's a good
But it was
question.
weird that the previous one they could see it, but it's maybe because they're from our plane originally.
Maybe.
So they traveled from our plane to that plane and got stuck when this whole thing happened. Kind of like what happened to us in a way. Anyway. Maybe we'll never know. Okay, then unless you have a better idea, I think we can head to elsewhere.
I think that's a good idea. So we tell him that we have actually a real important mission in what's the other town? Waterdeep, because now that your town has been ruined, we'll try to protect others. And we leave.
What was our name again? We are the... That's what keeps coming to my mind, which is why I was saying it.
We're like, oh, this mission didn't go well on in this town, so we'll try another town.
Let's fuck up the next town.
No, let's pacify. That's what we have to do.
Pacify the townsfolk.
So
So we yeah.
you're gonna teleport, or you're gonna just like take a walk in the quiet forest?
We can't teleport because we have never been there, so we have to walk through
Uh-huh.
or fly.
Yeah.
Flying
In
is
devil
fun.
form.
Hmm?
In demon form.
You could become a really evil party. You could
Uh-oh.
become a... How are those guys called? The executioner? Yeah,
Who's
you
that?
could become an executioner. You become a demon. And we got the book, and I can become a lich. That would be an amazing combination.
That's
no?
true, actually.
Meh. I don't know.
That is the secret ending.
Power is tempting.
What could we do with that? Really nice book, six shards together, infinite power. And at the end, do we just fight our one against the other to see who is the... No, it's first we fight Asmodeus to take his place, and then we fight each other. Oh, big plans for this campaign.
Yeah. So we are rebuilding it a little.
Alright.
Just be set up for the next session, okay?
Attack he doesn't have a challenge rating, so it should be fine.
No, because it's like infinite.
He just thinks you're dead and you are. So, we bounce? Alright, we're
Okay.
gonna step out for a while, Headmaster, and let us know if you discover anything new.
Let's leave.
Peace.
Okay.
Peace out. Peace out.
Don't forget your 10,000 steps.
We should take care that on the way out we don't walk,
Like
meet the paladin, because otherwise we'll be stuck.
No, if we meet the paladin, you just gotta tell him we gotta get supplies for
More potions.
more potions for the people. So, we leave the castle with a very good conscience.
Super good conscience.
Super good conscience.
It offsets a bit how great we did
we
last
never
time.
saw we never saw the beautiful princess.
That's true.
You're making assumptions here.
That's true.
We never saw the princess.
That's factual.
Yeah.
We could scry on her.
That's not
Oh,
weird.
let's go back.
Nah, she's busy and she's mourning. That's
She's a busy woman. And we are not busy, so let's just get out.
So,
Back.
you start walking towards a border, I assume.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we only have one available, right? Besides the one we came from.
You could go back to white to yellow, or you could go this way.
You didn't check the other yet, right?
Yeah, let's go check the new one that we haven't seen yet.
No.
Yeah, that's the 2-hour walk away.
Yeah.
Alright, so on your way,
You get attacked by level 1 goblins. Oh.
yes, in the forest.
In
Goblin
the
fight,
forest.
there you go. You get a message from Lady Richtree.
I was just about to ask. That's very funny.
From who?
Lady Richtree.
That's my mentor back home.
Oh.
Yeah, the person that you were sending messages to while you were in the White Shard, getting updates about Ranox Enterprises. The Thieves Guilds have not taken a a liking to the fact that the magicals eliminated all of the members, or nearly all of the members, of a corporation merely because they opposed those with magic. Regardless of their intent, they should have been dealt with differently.
The Thieves Guild is saying this?
Yes. Namely, they should have been at the mercy of the Thieves Guild, who is always to be consulted in these types of matters.
Okay.
In any case, they have started to cause trouble, not only there, but also in other cities where similar enterprises have taken hold. So Ranox was part of a larger corporation, and that
It's called Syngenta.
yeah, it's Halliburton. Everybody's owned by Halliburton. And they've discovered some of these other offshoots, and the Thieves Guild has actually started to ally itself in those cities with them. And sort of the fight between the magicals and non-magicals has started to spread.
Oh boy.
Great.
Roger, Roger.
Found Red Shard.
Okay. She actually sends me several sendings, I assume, because she has
To
more.
get the point across, like
Yeah.
she has these it's like lead speak. It's very very shortened ways of saying things.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I'm sure she's able to cast it more than me, because I can only do it once per short rest, but she can do it more. Or access to wizards.
Mhm.
So every time she sends something, I would reply, acknowledging all that, ask if there's anything we can do on our end. Unlikely. I also update her, which I've been doing anyway, but I update her on what's been going on here, and that we're gonna cross another. That we've recovered the second shard. We're crossing to another shard, so there's gonna be a 2-week gap. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if it's the
Also,
same then the
I do
other
say,
one.
yeah. Oh, by the way, Neverwinter here. It's gone.
Path of destruction.
I do mention the whole thing about the book. It's okay. There's a leech business, lich business going on here. I mentioned all those funky names outside of our jurisdiction, unfortunately.
Tried to help out.
And the pacifiers move on.
Very good.
The nookies.
Yeah. Cool. So you reach the border, and there we can take a break for a couple minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
I just like having cool players.
And we're
That's
back online. Thank you. Likewise.
So, where were we? We were
Getting
going
to the
to-
shard.
Border, right.
We've got our passports ready to be stamped.
So you approach the border. It fades into a misty green fog
Ooh, green shard.
before clearing into a very small area. As you, I assume you pass through the shard. Or
Well, we want to
through
see
the
first. We-
Okay.
we-
Can
So,
we go to
as
the
you look-
corner where we see like one and the other? No, like
You
Are we-
could. It'd be another hour hike in that direction.
But we know the other is the airplane, a plane of air.
You just came from.
we came through it.
You came from white. Now you're in red, and from red you're going to green.
but on the three sides, one was we are in the red now, and then there was the white, and here is green, but there's still one here.
That's the wall. That's the opaque.
Yeah.
Here. It's like
Oh.
so it's like this. So
okay,
every
it's
shard
like
has like
that.
one outside and two connections to the
Okay,
neighboring
yeah.
shards.
So technically, when you're in the corner, you can very quickly switch shards, no?
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Just 2 weeks
that's
pass by
actually
every
smart.
time.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Very quickly for you.
Yeah. How fast do you want to accelerate time outside of?
Just run in circle.
I mean, we have to go through all of them and get the shards, right? So
So you approach the wall and see a forest village through it. In fact, it looks quite small. You can almost see the next rift past it.
Oh.
In that the dimensions of the shard are much smaller than the one that you are currently in, which is many miles,
Huh.
many miles wide. We see this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is it a Kenku village?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't think it's a Kanku village.
Maybe it's an Arakocra village.
Yeah. Oh, home sweet home. No, just.
nah, they're from the plane of air.
Arakocras?
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know.
Yep. But they do live in other planes.
How do,
Hmm?
how do they?
I was living
build
with
nests?
humans, but more like.
Maybe they all have fallen cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to head there?
Do we have a choice?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
go back to the yellow
This
desert.
just reminds me of those old adventure games, or like when you say you want to go straight or there, and then you're gonna see a different picture.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, did you take mass suggestion or conjure fame?
Mass suggestion.
Mass
I took.
suggestion.
Okay.
Hail, friends! We are your new kings. All 12 of you.
You mean the next shard should be easy to find if it's such a small space?
Do you want to locate? Wait, so this is the entire shard? Is
Pretty
that
much.
small?
There's.
Maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Maybe it goes deep underground. We're inside the forest right now.
So you pass through.
Okay. Right. We haven't passed through yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
let's
will.
just go. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Okay.
So this always activates with one of the shards in hand, right?
Regardless of whether you have a shard in hand.
As long as we have one.
Yeah.
well,
Because, well, actually, we never tried without one.
maybe as long as it's us.
Yeah. Because we're so special.
You're the specialist.
Yeah. Let's go through.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you Wizard of Oz it through the rift and find yourself breathing a lot fresher air.
Ooh.
The
Not
Yeah,
full
this-
of volcanic air.
No, the atmosphere is very light. You feel kind of lightheaded. The earth seems to move like an ocean under you, and that you get that kind of seasick type of feeling, but it's not moving. Like the grass is still, the leaves aren't moving, but you have kind of an uneasy feeling about it.
So it feels like we're,
Kind of feels like you're on a boat, but you're not on a boat.
or like on a very small planet.
Or a very
That's
small planet.
That's rotating very fast.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it is really that small, the space, or
Yeah, you can see the two rifts, like 120 feet away, through the forest, and looking behind you, you're still right next to the rift. You can see the red shard forest on that side, but like through the rift shimmer, you can see the forest of this realm extending.
okay, so this is the idea that people who are from here can keep going, but not us. We're kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go check what the next shard is? Just, I mean, not cross it, but just take a look so we have an idea.
Yeah. Are there creatures around?
Not immediately obvious, but
it
you hear
will-
some birds chattering, and yeah.
Perception check. That's a good one.
Mm.
That's 22.
So through the foliage and kind of up, these trees grow quite straight and quite tall. You can't really see the true tops of the tree, but you see some pixies fluttering around.
Oh,
Oompa Loompa.
Feywild.
that's what to say.
Are the colors of the forest, I mean, of what?
Vibrant.
Vibrant?
Okay.
More colors than just green, or
Yep. There's
rainbow, for example?
Not rainbow, but there's some purple hues here and there. Some
Wild.
Ah, shit, I don't speak Sylvan.
I do.
Do they speak Sylvan here?
It's the Feywald's language, yeah.
Ah, I don't. You do?
I think I do.
Yeah, you're gonna be our
Ooh,
socialite.
Nice.
Yeah.
Although I do have tongues.
And I'm a bird, so like.
You see, like a paradise bird now.
Yeah. I'm the almighty.
Okay, I have tongues, if need be. But yeah, you can be our greeting party. So you said we saw pixies.
floating around.
Do we know these as being friendly generally?
They're tricky little fae, but they're not gonna just attack you. They're not hostile.
They can polymorph. That we know.
They could turn into bears. And
Yeah, and T-Rex.
Shit.
Okay,
Start a
and then we see
fight.
these ladders and stairs going
Mhm.
up.
Yep.
So there are like houses or huts or something like this.
yes,
Can they fly?
I think there's a little suspended tent there.
Yeah.
somewhere.
What size is that? Would we fit in it, or it's very small?
There's of various sizes. Some of them look like birdhouses that sort of this tall with a tiny door, and some of them are medium creature size.
Can they fly or not really? I mean,
What?
pixies.
Pixies can fly, yeah.
So why do
They're like
they?
Tinkerbell.
So
Yeah.
why do they have stairs?
That's a good question.
It's not for them.
Are the stairs pixie size?
It's for us.
They knew there would be guests sometimes.
But they might not be the only things living here.
Yeah, of course.
Should we just quickly take a look at the next plane, just to get a sense of, is that a place we can do a getaway to, for example, if need
Can
be?
you like
Yeah, why not?
locate objects you don't know?
Yes.
If you can describe them.
So
basically.
if you could locate the green shard, then we just move to no.
You mean we can definitely locate it or try to locate it if it's in reach currently. Just to see.
I mean, if you have 300 feet.
Yeah, it will
And
definitely
it's-
encompass all of what we currently
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
All of the shard, actually.
But maybe it's not. Who knows?
Not what?
Mm,
Not green.
Not within 300 feet.
Sure, but it's a ritual anyway, right?
It's a. Is it?
I don't know. Tell me.
You're the wizard.
No, it's not. But I have enough slots. So.
Okay.
Oh.
So, okay, then let's just go take a look at the next shard, just to see it. So we go to the corner, I guess, and look through without
touching or anything.
Okay. You go towards the rift wall, and it fades to black before clearing. And through it, you see an expanse of looks like a bog or a swamp, with dead trees. The ground is muck. There's no life that seems to be active there.
Undead plane.
I like this one better.
Yeah.
Let's stay for a while.
So let's just keep in mind the Fey creatures can be quite
Tricky.
tricksters, like
Yes.
illusions, things like this. I wish I picked True Sight, but I did not. So yeah,
I mean, we can be as well.
yes,
You tricky devils, you.
okay. So you know what? I realized there was all this ocean and I never took a swim, even though I can breathe underwater and swim at full speed.
We still haven't been to the blue shard.
That's true.
What's the next one? Black Shark.
Uh-huh. It sounded like.
We're gonna end in the desert one. Actually, that's gonna be our last one.
Yeah. If we
Is it though?
continue.
Logically, I mean, we're not gonna do. Oh, let's just go a month away so that we can do the desert first.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's head up those stairs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you climb the stairs, and you climb for 100 or so steps as you're spiraling this tree. And then on the way up, you meet a satyr, who is
A what?
half man, half goat.
Oh yeah,
A satyr. Yeah.
I call those satyr,
Satyr, I don't know.
but that's my English as a second language.
I called him
I
Satyr.
don't know the official pronunciation of it, but
Should we look it up?
yeah, sure, why not? I can learn something.
Satyr.
Yeah, you're right.
So you meet a satyr.
We made a satyr.
Satyr.
Hello, satyr.
And he is startled at your presence.
So,
But tries to sell you some grog.
what does it speak in language-wise?
It speaks, I believe, Sylvan.
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, according
He's
to
not
D&D Beyond,
astonished
but
to see us there.
He did. He was
He
startled.
was astonished, but he
Oh.
tries to sell you some grog anyway.
Oh,
And
for
tells-
how much?
And tells you it will lift your spirits. Only 2 gold each. And he has a keg on his back and some mugs on his belt.
What do you mean by hello? What do you, so we speak in common?
If you're not understanding him in Sylvan, then he switches to common.
Okay.
As I switch to common for my friends here, please.
Uh-huh. That's what he does.
Oh.
But for you,
Uh,
1 gold.
Oh.
But you speak Elvish too.
I look convinced, like, that he doesn't lower the prices anymore. Is there like a 2-in-1 action or something like that?
What do you mean by
Oh.
lift your spirit? That's what I want to know.
Why, this is no ordinary grog.
I figured as much.
This is
Who
lift your
knows-
spirit.
Who knows what it will do?
Yes. I already.
Roll a d100. Is that what?
Some of my friends have started tasting like chocolate. Some of them gain addictions to it. One of them drank the grog and became our visionary. He has visions every day of the future.
Okay, I was convinced at the beginning. No, not anymore. There's something with drugs in this campaign.
Yeah, I've had enough for.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's being
Alchemy check.
is trying to trick us into drinking this, basically, or
There is an alchemy check to
just
see
10.
what it's composed for.
Did you roll it?
He
well,
did.
you need to see it though.
Oh, I don't.
So right now it's in the back end, his flask.
Mm,
No, I just did a 10 on insight, so
10 on insight
10 on insight.
versus deception. He's not deceiving you. It really is magical grog.
Oh shit.
But you don't know what it's gonna do.
He has no idea.
Oh, is it magic?
He himself has no idea, probably.
Could identify.
He did say so. Where are we, friend?
Why, this is the Feywild.
I figured as much.
No way.
But
Your kind don't come here very often, but mostly the more courageous come to meet our nymphs and consume our grog.
meteor nymphs?
Nymphs.
Oh yeah. And this is a village of some sorts here. It's
Why, yes. This is the famous Treetop Village.
Treetop Village. I think I've been here in a Mario game.
You know what?
In a Mario game.
Yes.
Treetop what you said?
Village.
Village.
It's
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is actually.
Oh,
Did-
yeah.
Did we ask your name already?
You did not, and he gives you a unpronounceable name in Sylvan.
Oh, yeah.
Nice meeting you.
What does it mean?
It means
No, I ask him.
It means, wait,
Grog maker.
the lines, how do you say?
the tricky thief.
The lying
trickster.
hunt businessman.
Uh-huh.
But in a sarcastic way, because,
The tricky dealer.
the dealer from around the corner, it means, but in Sylvan.
And is it actually? I suppose I can see the other treetops. Sorry, the little tents and whatnot. Does it look like a very small village, or is it fairly big? Or
It looks like it goes up for quite a ways. There could be between tens and hundreds of inhabitants.
sorry, how many?
Tens and hundreds. You can't really tell, but maybe there's 80, maybe there's 250.
Okay.
But it looks like as it goes up, it starts to spread more and more into the branches of the trees.
Okay. How do you write nymph?
NYMPH.
Not in the monsters manual.
Yeah, but you know nymphs? Basically.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, and so I don't even know what to ask. I'm a bit baffled.
Want some grog?
I could identify it for you.
Sure, let's take a look.
And he pours one out for you. 2 gold.
I heard you say 1 gold.
Did you though?
I did not. I gave him 2 gold.
Very good.
Do you want to identify it yourself, or shall I identify
no,
it for
I would
you?
like you to identify it, please.
Okay, I'll cast it and not do it as a ritual.
Because like 10 minutes thinking at it.
Uh-huh.
Like soaring around.
It won't be cool anymore.
Oh fuck! I know I need to do it as a ritual. Sorry.
You have to. Oh, because you don't have it prepared.
Yes.
It'll lose its bubbles.
Ooh, that's really nice.
So while my friend is doing his thing,
Uh-huh.
tell us more about this treetop village. Like, what do you guys do here? Do you?
So he explains a little bit about the village as he walks you up the rest of the staircase, another couple dozen steps to a sort of platform with tables and chairs. No railings, because why would you have railings? Safety, not a thing. And you sit down at a table with him. Some pixies kind of fly over and hover about, taking a look at the newcomers. And he tells you sort of about their industry there, which is mostly beer, wine, women, men.
There's a women industry.
The sale of bodies and
Okay.
liquor.
Bodily services.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There could be worse places to be, I suppose. For once. Okay. And this is a fairly peaceful village, I assume. You don't get a lot of visits.
The visits we do get from the outside are generally, how do you describe them? Fruitful. I guess. Hostiles who come here are met with more than they can handle.
It's not a warning.
I mean, they're Fae. They're famous for being tough when they need to be.
Cute but tough.
Like the pixies turning into bears.
It's true. So how's that drink?
Is it already 11 minutes?
Sure. He's a very talkative man about those.
And he's giving us a tour, and he's missing it all because he's like concentrated on the grog.
So you, from your time at the university, etc.
Oh, the drinking days, yeah.
The drinking days. You remember a couple times somebody had some magical grog that they say they brought from the Feywild, which is the grog of substantial whimsy, if you have heard of it by name before, which by your expression says that you haven't.
Substantial whimsy.
Whimsy. The grog of substantial whimsy. Don't look it up, otherwise it'll spoil for you.
No, I just looked up the word whimsy
Yes.
in a dictionary.
Whimsy is like fun, optimistic. Well, I mean, you have the definition right there. You want to read the definition of whimsy?
Oh yeah, the German one?
No.
No, I just looked at it in English-German dictionary.
Okay. Whimsy is like, fun, optimistic. Oh, let's just do this. It'll be a good time. Don't worry about it.
It's like weed, basically. Okay.
Do you want to have it?
But you identified what are the actual properties, magical properties.
So you can't nail down exactly what it's doing. It shifts every moment, and seems like it would only solidify when consumed.
Okay.
But there are, very, very many various magical effects. You remember that your colleague, when he drank it, he found a dagger in his boot, a +1 dagger of substantial importance that he had not had there previously.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did also say that somebody became a visionary or like an oracle of type.
Mm-hmm.
There's some permanent effects.
What could possibly go wrong? And you paid 2 gold for it. You shouldn't let it go to waste.
Right?
Don't waste
Well, it's
this.
my treat. Come on, what have you got going?
I don't know, but if I would have bought this, I would have bought it for 1 gold. So I'll let you.
You'll have it for 0
Oh,
gold.
that's true.
You can
But
share
I'm
it.
good. I'm good.
It doesn't work that way. It's funny because this is. I want to taste it, but my character does not. There's a. I'm staying true to my character.
I would suggest you to try it. No, it wasn't a suggestion.
That's
No.
a good idea. Just
Suggestion.
come here.
So nobody drinks his grog. That's sad times right there. Sad times for a grog salesman.
I have another character
I mean-
who would have drank it by now.
But I already tried the essence. I'm good.
How you doing with that, by the way?
Yeah, sort of
Hasn't kicked
drop
in
a
yet.
day.
When does it kick in? Oh, you're actually drinking it. Your essence.
Well, like a drop a day.
You are okay. Oh, okay.
I mean, you could do like a freaking combination, like essence and grog, like
Essence
some
infused
grog,
grog.
some droplets in the grog, and then it gets some bubbles, like vision.
Ooh.
You
then
roll
it gets,
3
like,
d100s
supervision.
and you collect 3 effects instead of 1.
Whoa, boy.
But yeah, disappointed at the warm grog, the grog salesman excuses himself to try to find other customers.
Well, I
Better
bought it
customs.
anyway, so.
Yeah, you
But when you have one, you usually buy more.
He's
did say
like
one-
pushing the glass in front of him, like, hey.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it in my hand because I
we
don't.
can also do like, stone, scissors, paper.
Just doing this joke, you know.
So yeah, because part of me wants to just spill it, but I paid for this. Come on, I'm just gonna keep it.
That's how
I'm just
you
gonna
had-
keep it.
So you have a beer in your hand the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, pretty much. I can cool it down actually with precipitation every once in a while.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to locate object? Just
Just for fun? Yeah.
Oh,
let's
actually,
see.
before he leaves, I asked him: is there a tavern where we could stay at? An
Uh,
inn. Sorry, an inn.
Yes, on the 4th level.
He looks
Well-
at you if you don't drink grog.
What level are we at?
Currently the 1st.
Okay.
That's a lot of steps.
What's around us?
So around you, so you're sitting at a table shaped from wood, and as in not like strictly carved with axes and stuff, but rather just shaped. And you're on a wooden platform that has the stairs going down on one side, a sort of like pulley system near it. There are
Exactly this, actually.
exactly this. I'm just describing the image.
Uh-huh.
Painting with words. And there are small bridges headed off in various directions. Some houses nearby. There's the smell of cooking vegetables coming from a little bit of ways. Some children laughing and that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Perfectly peaceful.
I'm sure.
Erdan is not very happy with the heights.
The no railings in the heights.
See, like the plane of air, at least there was no ground to see below.
So if you fall,
The,
you
the
know,
falling
or-
feeling was not pleasant.
Shall I borrow you my ring of feather falling?
I have the levitation thing, so I guess I'm good for now.
Just need to
Just have to
push the
find
button
it.
before
Push
you.
button.
While you're falling, like,
No,
oh, let
it's
me
it's
grab it.
actually like right here. It's like I know exactly
Like,
where
right,
it is.
He has like a
your
glass in
holster.
one. He has like a glass in
Exactly.
one hand and the card in the other. Hey, you don't.
That's true.
You don't even have to climb the trees. You can just levitate
That's a good way to do it.
up.
It's just the hand is in the pocket at all times, and once in a while he's like, he just pushes it nervously once.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to
Shall
cast
we
that?
check? So interesting. So I take out, fitting to the Feywild, a small forked twig and mutter a few words and move my hands around the twig and concentrate on the green shard.
I thought you were gonna look for water, you know, before taking like.
Yeah. Searching for the
Where's
shard.
the water?
How's it called in English? This like
Divining rod.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
So yeah, it's like a divining rod. I'm trying to locate a shard within 1,000 feet of us.
And you sort of find it.
Get a bleep.
It's,
But not
it's
really.
one level up from you, in sort of a house in the corner, but it seems to be kind of moving around.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's in a cage somewhere and it tries to get out. Like dum 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 dum.
Or a pixie ate it.
It's not such that
It's in a belly.
It's not really moving that in a consistent way, but it's sort of just kind of popping in and out in
It just
various
blinks.
places.
Huh.
Like it's not really nailed to this plane.
Okay.
It just blinks ethereal or something.
What could the green shard do?
We actually
Don't remember.
we've experienced them all.
Yes, you've seen them all.
I remember the red one and the white one.
How do you do? It's just intelligence to
To get a hint from
try
the
to
DM
remember.
about-
Okay, I give you
So-
advantage.
No,
Oh, no.
you try to remember,
I
and,
try
and
to
I give you
remember.
like remember he did this, and then there was the bonfire.
So it's
And then-
advantage?
Yeah, it's
Sure. If he's helping you.
What was that?
intelligence, pure intelligence.
22.
Okay. So you remember the story of the guard.
Yes. Yes.
And so the guard was patrolling, and you remember that at one point it got dark. Do you remember how he made light?
With the shard. With the orb.
and specifically.
Wasn't that the white?
No, the white is levitation.
Oh
White was
yeah,
levitation?
right.
With the green chart.
Yes, it was green light.
Okay, so it's light.
Like
It's the green lantern.
a fairy fire?
Green lantern.
It's
That's
the,
right.
it's
But
the
not
gr-
on a person.
the
it
Green
was,
Lantern
dancing
is
lights
back.
kind of thing.
And it was dancing lights.
oh, it's not the ring
Pixie
that you put on,
lights.
and then you're the
It's
protector
fair
of the
fire, but
universe.
it's not quite.
No.
Fair
Green
fire is so
flame.
useful. Okay, so dancing lights, cantrip, useful.
Green
It is-
dancing lights.
It is a cantrip, right?
I don't
Dancing
know.
lights, it's a cantrip, yeah.
Okay.
NAL.
It wasn't exactly dancing lights, but it's
So okay, so some sort of light source.
okay.
Not really my thing. I can see in the dark.
Wow.
I know.
Modest, I know.
My matron.
She can do everything.
We
That
could-
little smile.
Yeah, I thought she was more of a Shadowfell. Shadowfell is that how you call it? The realm, the
I
shadow,
think so.
or the Shadow Realm.
Uh,
No, Fey Realm, Shadowfell. Yeah,
Shadow fell.
fellow shell.
because the hexblades usually are more of a shadow. Their matron patron are
Yeah.
the Shadow
She changed sides.
Fell.
9 hell.
But now there's a connection with the.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
So let's go up.
Let's head towards the source of your location.
Yeah.
Even if it's moving here and there, we try and get close to it, so we can see if it's like a blinking dog or that ate it or or something like that.
So, okay. So my locate object actually stays up for 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So we
As
go,
long as I concentrate.
we go a floor up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we go up.
So you make your way up,
Mm-hmm.
past the tricky bridges and stuff,
While concentrating.
while concentrating. It's fine.
I mean, walking is
Yeah.
should be.
Under no pressure at all, just super high above the ground. And you make your way to a hut that has a little sign over it. It's House of Wonders. And you go inside. Of course, it's bigger on the inside because it's a House of Wonder.
And you wonder why it's bigger on the inside.
And in the middle, there's a stone cube about this big, with many lines etched into it on every side, and a small door in it. You sense that the shard is somewhere inside of this cube.
This is like a pocket dimension of some kind. If
I
there's a
wouldn't
door.
open the door, but
The door is like it looks like an actual openable door. Or is it
Yes.
just carved?
It looks like a very small little
Okay.
oval door.
Okay.
Is there somebody in this shop?
And no, pops out from behind the shelf. Ah! Why, hello! And welcome to the House of Wonder!
Hey.
I see you're looking at the Hypercube.
Hypercube?
Yes.
shit.
Care to take the trial of the Hypercube?
What is that?
Can we take a long rest?
Didn't we just take a long rest?
I don't know. I don't care about long rest. It doesn't change anything.
It's a what is it? Puzzle of fun? Puzzle of I don't know.
Wonders.
Puzzle of intrigue.
How does it work?
Well, that's part of the fun. Simply walk in the door and see if you can get to the center. If you're not back in an hour, I'll pull you out.
Ah.
Inside check on what he just said. That is 13, but I'm gonna use my little bonus. So 15.
There's probably not a way to pull you out.
There's not a way.
Probably not.
That's how
reassure you.
stranger disappear in this town. They enter a famous cube.
Hypercube.
So we get in there, and then we have to find our way out. And there's little trials inside.
You find your way to the center, and if you find your way to the center, simply touch the green gem, and you will be transported out.
Why do I feel like this center keeps changing positions though?
Because it's a hypercube.
Did you ever do it yourself?
Of course, naturally.
Inside check on that. I don't know.
I was one of the first to solve it in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
So you could give us some tips.
Oh, but that takes all the fun out of it.
I strongly suggest that you do, my friend. Do I think a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, this poor guy. 14.
That's gonna fail. But let me make sure it is a wisdom 17. So
Mm-hmm.
you failed, my friend.
Okay, so you're suggesting him to...
I strongly suggest that you give us as much help as you can for us, as much information and help as you can for us to succeed in these trials.
So he tells you that the hypercube was taken out of a dungeon created in the first world, which you know was a sort of a playground for the gods to figure out how physics worked and what laws they should make before they created the prime material plane.
What?
Yeah, so the first world is full of weird things that shouldn't exist, like this dungeon. They're like, oh, let's make a dungeon. How does it work? And it actually has 5 dimensions. So there's like up, down, left, right, back, forward, in, out, and sideways. So it's
4 worlds, you said.
He
the
said
first
5
world.
5 dimensions.
It's a
five
five. It's a
dimensions.
5-dimensional cube.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a type of hypercube in actual physics.
In each dimension, there's a different reality in a way.
Inside of the cube, it's so in 3 dimensions you walk forward and back. Inside of the hypercube, you can walk forward, back, left, right, up, down, in, out, and sideways.
Okay.
That make more sense if you're inside the cube.
So it's like you can basically keep walking on the walls and or not.
No, it make more sense when you're inside the cube.
Okay.
Sounds
familiar.
In any case, yeah, and it rearranges itself until the door is opened, and then it solidifies.
Okay. So from the moment we open it, we will know we can actually locate the shard. And is there a clear? Is it like a maze where you have to go a certain path through multiple doors, or you can just beeline towards the green shard?
If you could beeline towards it, that would be a very exceptional feat. Because for normal mortals, it is very difficult to orient yourself in 5 dimensions.
True.
And it would be
How
more
come?
fun if I just told you the answer to the puzzle.
Hmm.
The puzzle.
Maybe he doesn't know, or he doesn't remember.
Or maybe he never
Because
did
he's supposed
it.
to help us as much as he can, but
Yeah.
let's say he doesn't remember.
Well, he's not a wizard. He can't cast locate object.
Yeah, nor dimension door.
No dimension door.
But
500
then,
feet that way, done.
yeah, but that's a good point. At 5D, that works in 3D, not in 5D,
Works in
right?
3D,
Yeah, so that makes it more fun for sure. Any kind of traps in this place?
Nothing deadly.
Any creatures that would attack us?
Possibly.
Like what?
Well, when I was in there, my shadow grabbed me, and I had to fight him off.
Did it fight as good as you?
Normal.
Just about, but I bested him.
How?
Simply turning on a light.
Uh-huh. Can you cast light?
Dancing.
You can do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And we have the bonfire shard.
The what?
The bonfire shard.
Yeah, I could cast bonfire as much as possible. Super useful feat.
Did we
Let's
That's in the
put
shadow.
marshmallows
We
here.
didn't put any spells in
and
this
Did we put
thing.
more spells in your ring?
disguise self.
Only.
But
Yeah.
you used it, so.
No, no.
No, you haven't used it.
Mm.
We should put more.
And I could like I
Like
can
dance
put
upon.
notes on.
Okay, while we're discussing this, and if the only way out is to find that green shard, right?
Yes.
And you can't really pull us out, can you?
No, it's more just to make people feel at ease, but everyone ends up solving it eventually.
All right.
30 years later.
Can we go in there at the same time?
Together, yes. As long as you all go in before you exit the first room.
Okay.
Okay, just a different topic, but in your this is a shop or it's just
It's a house of wonder! Not a shop, but a collection of curiosities.
Okay, so you don't actually sell anything, or
I sell wonderful experiences.
do you know anyone who in this village that can enchant items? An enchanter.
Chanter. Maybe on the 6th level.
Do you want to go up that high?
I thought there were
Okay.
4.
No,
The
the other one
tavern's
was on the tavern one on the 4th
Oh,
level, but there's
But
more
it's not
than
the
that.
highest level. I
It
see.
keeps going.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in?
It's just that we have a bunch of items. Because if I could combine my two armors into one, that would be awesome, basically.
Uh-huh.
You can explore more before we try.
Yeah, I mean, we're not in a rush, right? And once we're in there, we're stuck.
Except if we get out. We'll have to get out sooner or later,
Yeah.
but maybe more later than soon.
Anything else we want to ask? Anything else you can do or tell us to help us succeed in this fun puzzle?
Did some people like never get out of there? Will he tell us that?
No, he said everyone.
Everyone's
got out.
found their way out.
What was the
Alive?
longest someone was stuck in there?
3 days.
Okay.
Do you have rations for 3 days?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
options, yeah.
What else? What other wonders do you have?
And he describes to you various peace pipes, and there's basically what we know as a Rubik's Cube that you can turn around. Various things from the material plane that people have invented. You find on one of them he calls it a reverse wand, in that the shaft is made out of metal and the end is made out of wood. And he says you hold it backwards and you press here and it will fire a fireball at whoever you want.
I need that.
And by that you mean yourself.
If you hold it backwards, of
Mm.
course. You'd recognize it as a pistol if you knew what a pistol was.
Okay. Would we?
Oh, it
If
has
you-
the form of a pistol.
It's a pistol.
Oh.
You
But
can.
it doesn't need ammunition.
It does.
It does.
Yes.
So it's a spell in a small little space, and then you put the space, and then you shoot the spell.
Right? Isn't it wonderful?
Like a spell
How much
capsule.
ammunition does he have?
Yeah, so he has some behind the desk that the trader had given to him, and says
Does he
he's
like-
tried it a couple times, but he's
Does-
not going to show you.
Does he like
You need
consider
proficiency.
it as like a magic?
Oh, it's
item?
absolutely magic.
Oh, okay.
Some say that gunpowder is a magical item.
He says gun what?
Gunpowder.
Do you want a firebolt?
I don't know.
Hey, we want to put
I'll give you a
stuff-
firebolt and a tattoo ring. Now you have firebolt.
Right.
Oh boy!
I still have like a long bow if we do really have to do long fights.
Mhm.
Firebolt is 3d10
One time fireball.
and 120 feet.
I have like 150 feet.
Okay, I think we have all the info we need. Anyway, this thing I did lasts 24 hours, so
Mhm.
we can always come back and ask him more questions.
Cool.
And it's 11 o'clock. What do you want to do?
Let's go to that enchanter on the 6th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll have to go in like 10,
Uh-huh.
15 minutes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. And then we go to the tavern, I guess. And then
We do the hypercube.
Oh.
Or maybe not. Maybe we just go directly to the black shard.
Do we need the shard?
So you go to the enchanter on 6th floor.
You said
Uh,
3d8 fireball.
3d10.
Oh.
so much damage.
Damage.
And you're able to find what are they called?
You
A
can
lachet.
like put notes
Sorry?
on your magic items so I can write.
cool, yeah.
A lachet, which is like a very powerful fey creature.
Luscious.
Lachet.
How do you spell this? I'm curious what it looks like.
Leshay.
Lesh.
AY.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in the...
No, it's not.
That's so unfortunate for you.
Oh my god, how does it look like?
There's also Google search.
It doesn't look like.
Lashade.
That's
Okay.
in the Forgotten Realms wiki.
Yeah, found it. It's like a guy, basically, with greyish skin.
Oh,
In the
so
law.
basic.
Looks a bit like a drow.
It's just
Yeah.
a guy.
Right?
Albino elf-like fey creature.
Yes.
Hello.
And welcome to this emporium. What can I do for you?
A couple of things. So, curious to see what you have in stock, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gives you a list of nothing because he doesn't stock items.
he has nothing
He's an
in.
enchanter.
Okay, so he makes item
Yes.
custom only on order.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Sounds
He
like
gives
fancy
you a
expensive.
list of nothing.
That's fine. That's fine. We've come. So I have these two armors.
Mm-hmm.
I show him the one I'm wearing, obviously, and then the other one.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you could combine the properties of these two into one.
He says. It will take some time, but I'm sure I could manage it.
How long?
Give me a day.
Oh, that's not that long. And how much would that cost?
It will cost exactly the difference between whatever armor that you have and the next tier of that armor, accounting for each of the additional features as 1 plus modifier. So, for example, a +1 with arrow catching would be
What?
the equivalent price of a +2.
So how much?
I should have
What are you
taken.
trying to? what are you
Oh,
trying to
I
do?
should have taken the +2 shield.
So I have.
So I would have combined them.
Yes.
It's
So
too late
I have
now.
a +2 half plate. There are 2 half plates, right?
Yeah, yeah, +2 half plate.
+2 half plate, and the
Mhm.
other one is a +0,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got energy resistance.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's a total of 3 features, so that's a total cost of.
A +3.
Yeah.
And that's in that list of things you have.
And so it's the difference between the next tier up and the tier that you're.
Got it.
So the difference between a +3 and a +2 is how much you would have to pay to add that to it.
So I'm gonna quickly check this, if you don't mind,
Mm-hmm.
in your thingy.
Well, I'll come back when I have more money.
So basically a +3. There's nothing over +3 anyway.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of gets
Armor.
exponential.
That's gonna be a fun price. 24,000.
Really?
How much do you have on you?
I have like 5,000 now.
I'll give you 5,000.
You don't give 5,000.
He'll give you 5,000.
Uh-huh.
I'll pay. Now I want that bounty back.
Did you not pick up any extra +2 gear to sell? Did you not?
I have a shield to sell. I have a sword of winding, a great sword of winding.
Uh-huh. So you can do some inventory management and see if you can come up with 24k.
Probably not.
If not, maybe there are some treasures in the hypercube awaiting you.
Maybe
Who
Also-
needs that?
And
I
then
get my devil smile for bargaining. Just saying.
yeah, you could
suddenly
exchange your.
he immediately wants to go into hypercube.
I'll
let's
give you
go
a
to the
magic grog.
hypercube.
A magic grog.
Uh,
Oh boy!
oh my
I've
God.
never seen one of those.
I'll do it for free.
Okay,
he,
if
he
you
does,
want,
he does take your grog though. If you're actually offering it to him.
I am offering it to him.
Sweet. He takes a swig of the grog.
Okay.
Roll me a d1000.
1,000?
D1000, yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
How many
that way.
effects does it have?
1,000.
Are you serious?
1,000 actual?
Possible. Yeah. It's a list of 1,000 effects.
Did you print it?
No, I have it here.
It's not even available in
He
the
knows everything by heart. Okay.
Okay, 1D
You could just roll d100.
1,000.
Yeah.
954.
954. Scroll,
Pretty
scroll,
high.
Scroll.
Yeah.
990, 970, 954.
You bargain
Okay.
10 times better.
Something happens. He doesn't feel it, but
Tell us what happened. Come on.
he's considered dead for the duration while he sleeps. When they wake up, they are resurrected.
Oh,
You killed him!
People will think he's dead if he's sleeping with people. Otherwise, nobody will ever know what happened.
But does he fall asleep on place like?
No, it's when
No,
he goes
it's
to sleep.
When he sleeps, he's considered dead. For, I guess, purposes of spells and stuff.
But he will resurrect.
Yeah, but
In
he's
the morning.
resurrected when he wakes.
Awesome.
Sounds pretty useless.
I'm so glad I didn't drink this.
Oh, you
Okay.
could speak with Dad.
True.
He takes the mug.
That would have totally worked too, right? He's like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that would have worked. That would have been so fun, actually. Let's spend the night together. So maybe I do all the calculations for what I want to exchange with, but can I roll a persuasion check with my +2 now so that it's
Yeah.
so that we
Wait,
have it
it's from
on the
it's
record?
24,000, but it's from the +2, so you can take the price from the +2 away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Is that
difference.
just the price for +3?
Yeah.
That's just the price for +3.
So
you take
the
You're
price
adding
from the
a
+2.
to- You're adding one more.
So you take the +2 price away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
just the-
6,000, I think.
It's
Alright,
the
6,000,
upgrade.
yeah. So,
So
it's
it's
gonna be
still
18.
18,000.
Oh, fuck.
It's
Still.
exponential. It's like 1,000 for +1.
Yeah,
Okay. You gave me advantage, right?
yeah. Yeah, a lot. A +10 advantage.
Nice.
So that is 13.
Mhm.
What?
He's not very persuasive.
Is he not sleeping? No. I mean dead. I mean sleeping.
It's still over 10, so that would give me at least a 5% discount, right?
But he's not super persuaded.
Okay.
He might give you a little bit of discount.
Okay.
Just scary.
I'll do the math between our breaks so that I don't take time from people. And it's gonna take a day. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's gonna take a few weeks, so I was gonna say let's go cross shards a few times, rifts. I mean a few times so that time passes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, I guess we can spend a little time we have left to just see, visit the rest of the town and pick a room in the inn.
The rest of the town, he says. Okay.
I'm
How
not
high do you
telling.
want to go?
How high does it go?
How do you want to go?
I want to go down.
As high as possible.
To level 36.
Okay, so you take the rest of the day climbing stairs.
I will levitate up.
You don't even have to climb them down. You can just like jump and then with ring of feather falling just and stop on every level you want.
Just for flavor, I'll turn into a giant owl.
Oh, an owl bear.
No, just a giant owl. Not an owl bear.
Just
And
Whee!
we could all fly together. Some
More
in a more aggressive manner than others.
Levitate is basically an elevator spell, so
Yeah.
we'll just use that.
Okay. And you pass various like beer tents and other entertainment facilities. There's a pit fighting ring that's kind of suspended in the air on bungee cords, so things like bounce around. And a couple people
Are
fighting.
there fights?
It's like a trampoline fight.
This
Are
place
there
is
fights
awesome.
happening or not at all?
At that time when you pass it, one is fighting.
is it life or death?
No. After death. They have boxing gloves on.
Okay.
Do we arrive to the crown of the tree or not
No.
even?
So you keep going up, and the entertainment facilities get more and more sparse, and it turns kind of into more housing and relaxing and spa style area, wellness center, if you will. And you eventually come up to level 36, where there's some more houses and sort of a lazy river type of thing in a big hollowed out oak. It's kind of turning around.
Is it written on every level like 1, 2, 3, 4, like small little sheets?
No, but you're counting. It's very easy to get disoriented this high up. You can't really see the ground anymore because of all the platforms and branches and stuff in the middle. So as you keep going up, past around like level 12 or so, it's hard to determine what level you're on. But because you're just flying up, you maintain the cap. You see it goes up for another maybe 15 or 20, but then you see the sky kind of peeking through the branches.
I kind of wish we had taken more +2 shit from that armor
Yeah.
right now than our,
To smell, yeah.
but I didn't want to abuse the system either, you know.
Next time you'll know if there is a next time.
Oh,
If- Only +3 shit. Oh.
oh,
Speaking of which, bye everyone.
ciao.
Do